Thank you very much, Scoon. Yes, thank you for the introductions. We are session 10 of Winter of Atom. A couple more side quests and then we'll be moving on with the main section of Act 1. You have spent 2 days in Beatsville. We're starting today's session on the next morning, so you can all have the well rested. So that's +2 on your maximum hit points until the end of the day. Two of you are alcoholics, Ronnie and Tank, and I have put the rules into Roll20. So if you now go to the rules section, you'll notice at the bottom, alcohol. So we've got it handy how that affects you there now.
Since a ghoul has an auto resist to some things, am I still able to get drunk, actually?
Yes, you are still able to get drunk. And also, I think, addicted to alcohol. So there are separate rules for ghouls and chems.
Yeah, because the ghoul...
It's somewhere in the chem section, but you have a certain resistance to chems, but you can still get addicted, and you can still get addicted to alcohol. Somewhere in the book, it says there's a little section called ghouls and chems. In fact, if I do a research, I might find it. Ghouls and chems, page 167 of the player's guide. Due to the regenerative properties of their bodies, ghouls are not affected by most chems in the same way. Ghouls receive the benefits of stim packs and other healing items normally. Radix and Radaway have no obvious effect on ghouls due to their immunity to radiation. Addictol and antibiotics work normally, but ghouls are less likely to get addicted and are not affected by many diseases. Any ghoul attempting to use any other kind of chem must use 2 chems to get the effect. Their bodies fix any changes caused by chems too quickly otherwise. So if you want to get high on jet, you've got to take 2 doses, basically. And you have a resistance to it. So you need to take more to get high, basically.
Yeah, so in that way, if I take like 1 beer, I need... I believe you need to roll 1
no,
dice per beer on...
You're no different for alcohol. Alcohol's the same. It's chems that's different. You're exactly the same rules for alcohol.
Is alcohol not a chem? I mean...
No, alcohol has separate rules from chems. So, we are travelling out in the next morning. You are all well rested. So you've decided you're still travelling with Linda for the time being. Linda is going to give you 10 caps per day per person for travelling with her. You're also now travelling with the Jam Bakers. I have added their tokens to the sheet. You've got Coil Sparky McGrath, the bass guitar and synth effects. Buck Throat Bomb Delaney, lead vocals and harmonica. Jetto Sticks Ramirez, the drummer, and Razor Rick Malloy, lead guitar and vocals. These are your band members of the Jam Bakers. I've decided, while travelling with Linda, so you already have free food and water while travelling with Linda, and I decided because we got really bogged down in the travel and the camping rules for a little while, I want to lighten up on it a little bit. It's still very relevant, but I've decided that while travelling with Linda, you're not going to need to make the camping rules. She's going to organise the camping for you, and while with her, you don't need to make the navigation rules. So while travelling with Linda, there will be no navigation rules, and there will be no camping rules required as well. Linda also gives one of you, and it's going to be Ronnie, I think. She's going to give Ronnie a 2-way radio and say, this is connected. Yeah. This is connected to me. If we ever get split up and you ever want to get back, and come back to work with me, I would always have you back, and this is how you'll get in touch with me. So she gives you a 2-way radio. You now have a 2-way radio that's tuned to Linda the Ghoul. So, this is 1 full day of travel. You'll see on the map it says day 6. So your day's travel to Mirage, that's 24 hours of travel. So you will rest for a night. I'm not going to make you do the camping rules or anything when resting this time, but you will notice something, and I need to just get to my Winter of Atom rulebook. Bear with me a second. So I want page... Okay. just try to find it. Okay, so in the middle of the night, when you're camping on the first night, so you're halfway up the road, right? You're halfway up the road to Mirage. And in the middle of the night, while camping...
In the middle of the night.
I will say red alert, because you don't sleep. You've done your 2 hours tinkering. But in the middle of the night, you notice one of Linda's caravan guards that she already had, Janie, kind of sneaks off in the middle of the night. And I just want to know if you do anything about that, or if you just don't do anything.
I'm a follower.
You're going to follow her. Okay. So, I would like you to make one. Well, you're going to make 2 of them. So, perception. You're going to do a perception survival with difficulty 2 first, and then you're going to do an agility and stealth. And this is to track her without being spotted. So, you have currently 1 action point. 2 action points, sorry. If you want to get more than that, remember it's for extra dice you can buy them. So your first roll is difficulty 2, and it's perception survival.
Okay. I'm gonna spend 1 AP on that one.
Okay. You count 1.
Hold on.
One success. So unless you want to spend some luck. Oh, by the way, you can all refresh luck for the start of the session. You've all got full luck. Unless you want to spend any luck, that's a fail.
I'm gonna spend a luck to reroll one of them.
Oh, I didn't use luck. And I suddenly have the dog meat perk down here under my table.
Hey, nice. Feel free to reroll one of them with a luck point then, Max.
Absolutely.
Come on.
That's a success. So you've got 2 successes on your survival perception, but now, and bear in mind you might want to buy action points again, I need you, in order for her to continue to not spot her. So that first one was to track her. The second one is for her to not spot you, and it's agility stealth with the difficulty 2.
Okay. Okay.
You want to buy any action points?
I want to buy.
So you've got 1. So if you wanted to,
be...
so if you wanted to get another 2, that would add 2 to my count, and you can roll 4 dice.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay. That's 1 success, and you need 2. Would you like to spend a luck and roll another one?
Yeah, I'll attempt. Let's see if it works.
Ooh, you failed, right? Okay, so she is going to spot you following her, and she will evade you. So she gets away, and you don't see her anymore. Now, that should be the end of that, but I want to give you one more chance to get back on her trail, but it's going to have to be an even more difficult one. So the first one, perception survival, but difficulty 3. If you can succeed on that, you can get back on our trail.
Okay.
If you want to.
Okay. Yeah, so, alright, so she's attempting to hide from me, right?
Yeah.
So what it is, I have the recon sensor, so it reduces the difficulty by 1 for those who are sneaking against me.
So that reduces perception survival by 1 for you. So this 3 will now go down to a 2, and also you would have 1 action point because from before. So you've got 1 action point.
I'm gonna use that one to see if I can detect her.
Okay. It's difficulty 2.
Okay.
You got 1. And you've got a complication. Would you like to stick or twist?
I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay, so the complication I'm just going to take an action point, because there's nothing really drastic I want to do here. So you lose her completely. You've lost her. You can look around for a little while, but you never see her again.
All right. Well, I head back to, back to the camp and see if I can find anybody who might be awake, or I go over to the girl who's running the camp.
Linda.
Like, her. Yeah, I'll walk over to her tent and kind of like, instead of knocking, stomp my foot in front of her camp, it's like, excuse me, I have to report something to you.
What's that, my big red friend?
One of you guards that have been traveling with you snuck off. I was able to trail them for a little bit, but they evaded me. Unfortunately, they left, but for some unknown reason, they ran off out into the wilderness.
Oh. She looks around at, like, the sleeping bags of all her different guards and who's up and who's not. And she goes, oh, Janie. Janie's disappeared. Oh, that's strange. I mean, she had a few arguments with people over religion, but I didn't realize that she disliked us that much. Well, I mean, I suppose it's not the biggest of loss when I've got you guys guarding for me, but I thought she was okay, Janie. Oh well, I wonder what that's all about. Thanks for letting me know, man.
He nods and he's like, I'll continue my rounds, and he just starts walking around, just like clog, walking around.
Okay. Right, okay, just for the rest of your shift, while walking around the camping area, I would like you to give me a Perception Survival 1, and it's just to find some scavengeable junk. In fact, not junk.
Okay.
Because junk, she's taking care of junk at the moment. She's doing the camping. I'm going to give you I'll give you something to roll on if you give me a Perception Survival 1.
Okay.
One success. Okay, so I'm going to let you make a roll on I'll give you one on the random. I'm going to give you an ammo roll. I'm going to give you one on the ammunition table. Okay. So,
okay.
Let me find it. So roll 2d20.
Like 2d20?
Yep.
Okay. Alright.
$19 is some 10 mil. Roll me 4 damage dice.
Ooh, nice. Let's see. 4.
So you find 8 plus that. So you find 10 mil ammo.
Okay.
I believe Ronnie uses 10 mil out of your group.
I do.
I've got my new rifle.
Oh, so you do. And that's 45, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but
The combat rifle.
Yeah, but it's still nice to have a little extra in case there's something
I think
happens. He just leaves it.
I think she's still the only one with a 10 mil, so she'll be the only one that would want that, I think.
Oh yeah, so he basically, where she's sleeping at, he puts like in like a little bag or something, ties it up, and leaves it next to her. The note is like, "Here you go."
Oh, nice.
And just walks away.
So instead
So
of
how
a
many
mint on her pillow,
bullets
it's a
is
bag
there?
of bullets. 10.
Oh, okay. Sweet, I imagine that.
Okay. So the rest of the night passes uneventfully, Max, and in the morning, Linda and the remains of her caravan and the jam bakers and you and your friends all get up and you continue your day's travel. And you'll arrive just outside of Mirage. I'll put Jack Jetski on the token layer because he's there now.
Ah.
So, I'm going to put you all onto a different map for Mirage. Now, I'm going to copy all the tokens over, except the Brahmin, because, yeah, I want to have their tokens on the map. So, I'm going to copy them all. Bear with me one sec.
So the Brahmin will be treated as lower class citizens.
They'll be outside. They'll stay outside. Now we're going to move to Mirage. So, shout out to Armuricla on Patreon for their artwork. This is awesome, this one. This is Mirage.
Nice.
Mirage, if you remember, was the travelling... Make it a wee bit bigger. Mirage was the travelling casino. So it's pulled by Brahmin, it has big wheels at the base of it, and it's a big beehive-shaped travelling casino. you're greeted at the door by a guard. So there's a Mirage security guard. I'll use him. You're greeted at the door by a guard, and I'm just gonna pull up Mirage in my book, and I'm gonna do some reading to you. Bear with me a second. So
That's a big guard.
yeah, he's not meant to be particularly big. I've just not got the scale quite right. So Mirage, where are you? Mirage, to most, you've heard some of this bit before, but I'll read this again. To most, Mirage is a rumour at best. Chemheads babble about the wandering fortress on the horizon, a roaming casino offering booze, caps, and gambling for anyone that can find it. The original inhabitants of the fortress were vault dwellers who bravely gave up their home to a gang of vicious raiders, but not before they repurposed the vault supplies and rigged an explosion to trap the vault's usurpers. Now these nomadic people live in a metal beehive-like fortress drawn by Brahmin. Though winter storms rattle the steel stronghold, Mirage is never at a loss for supplies, protection or warmth for those who seek it out and have the caps to pay for it. Okay, so...
I'm double.
You are stopped at the door, and someone is going to explain the rules. First of all, you're all going to have your weapons checked. One of the rules is no violence, all weapons are checked. Mirage is a paradise away from the Commonwealth's harsh realities and never-ending violence. Visitors must check all their weapons at the door.
Which one of my tokens is my token?
This one. Is there two? Just delete one.
Yeah.
This one. So,
that's why, because there was one right here of character.
So, visitors must check all weapons at the door and handle disagreements with words, not fists. Upon departure, checked weapons are returned. Armed Mirage guards stand ready to toss people out if violence does arise. Now, we can deal with checking.
You need to check my weapons.
You can check your weapons in a second.
A gun, tire iron, combat knife, out-pipe rifle with laser gun, and he puts it back in his pockets.
I'm going to check. I'll read the rest of the rules and then we
You
can
checked them.
I'll
Show them. They're checked.
I'll read the rest of the rules and we can discuss that. So, the Mirage house rules are no violence, all weapons checked. What happens at Mirage stays at Mirage. So, to maintain its allure and mystery, residents and visitors alike agree to the utmost secrecy for all that visit. What you choose to do in Paradise stays in Paradise. So you're sworn to secrecy about the location. There's a 72-hour limit for all visitors. Mirage offers delights and luxuries beyond any others found in the Commonwealth, but only permanent residents have the privilege of a utopia all the time. All visitors have a 72-hour limit on their stay, and squatters are prohibited. No caps, no entry. There's no cover charge for admission, but spending caps once inside is required of all parties during their stay. There are many ways to pay, including renting accommodation, gambling, drinking, and tipping entertainment. Anyone that doesn't spend caps becomes evicted. And those are your rules. So, you're all going to have your weapons checked by security, and you know what I mean by checked, Scoon. They're not just going to check what you've got. They're going to ask you.
Them and put them back.
They're going to ask you to hand them over. Now, previously when you were checking weapons, I did give you all a rule to attempt to hide one weapon. And it was a difficulty 1 only. This time, it's going to be harder because there are more guards and they are vigilant. So if anybody would like to hide one weapon, I would need them to make a sneak roll. So it's agility and sneak. Difficulty 3.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try that. Well,
Ooh, you got 2.
Got 2.
You could spend a luck and re-roll the 10 and maybe get one.
you know, yeah, you
Oh,
know,
the Black Widow.
fuck it, I am going to try it.
Remember, if you want action points, you can buy them. You go
No.
1. Nope. You were just missed as well. You only needed 1 more. Oh no, because you only needed 1 more on that unlucky.
Yeah, one. It's a checked ability for.
Tank, are you even trying?
I'll just hand all my weapons over this time.
Okay, you are a weapon anyway.
Yeah.
I think you can still
That's
do a
me.
lot of damage just by doing unarmed.
Okay, so you now have free roam of... You've got 2 days here. So you arrive mid-morning, late morning, lunchtime on the first day. You've got today and tomorrow, and then Linda will leave on the following morning. You have blackjack and slots, and there are rules for playing the slots. If you actually want to play the slots, we've got gambling rules. There is a singer doing shows, matinee shows, and then a show in the evening. Her name is Fusion Susan. And there's a bar. So the bar is here. There's a description of the bar that doesn't quite fit my map, because in the description of the bar it's circular. But I'll probably read it anyway. Bear with me a sec. So we're doing a bit lower dropping again. To the bar. The watering hole. The bar is in, it says here, the circular bar is in the middle of the casino floor. So the rectangular bar is at the side of the casino floor, maintaining a 270-degree view of all Mirage activities. Visitors can find a liquid lunch accompanied by a Children of Atom pamphlet. So there are Children of Atom pamphlets on the bar here. So here they get mentioned again. And the man behind the bar is a man named Maxwell Cantor. If anybody speaks to him, you might learn more about him. You've also got blackjack over here somewhere. I can't remember which one I made it. And you've got slots over here. Lots of opportunities for drinking and carousing here, though. You've got 2 days. What would you like to do on your first day here?
Well, in casinos, you get free drinks if you gamble, right? So I should automatically get a free drink.
I mean, in pre-war America in Las Vegas, in casinos, you get free drinks if you gamble. But this is post-nuclear war Fallout, where nothing is free. So you do buy your drinks in this casino.
Bit shitty. But I guess I need to drink. Well, I'm going to try and seduce someone for a free drink.
Who would you like to seduce? So you've got guards, you've got the barman, and you've got casino dealers, croupiers.
Wait, Oliver,
Yeah.
bar man?
It is a bar man, yes, which is relevant to Ronnie.
Well, you have an advantage on it.
Shake some
Yeah, I know.
cleavage!
Because of your Black Widow perk.
Yep, if anybody would
Yeah,
like
so-
to do some drinking, the bar is over here.
Okay, I'm going to go there and see if I can get a free drink.
Okay. Alright, okay. Well, nothing is supposed to be free in Mirage. So what I would say is, now, this guy will introduce himself to you, Ronnie. This is Maxwell Cantor. He's the appointed leader and resident engineer of Mirage. Quiet fellow and a little introverted, but he has a friendly face. And if you would like to try and charm him for a free drink, if you can make a charisma speech of difficulty 3, but remember you reduce the difficulty of 1 by that, but if not drunk, I think it goes back up again. So hang on. Alcohol. So when you're not drunk, the difficulty of charisma and agility tests goes up by 1. So difficulty starts at 3, it goes down 1 for your Black Widow and goes back up 1, so it becomes 3.
So it's just...
It bounces out.
Yeah, it balances out. You've got a difficulty 3.
Ooh.
That's 2
I
successes.
got 2.
Too late to spend action points. He says, "I'm sorry, Missy. There ain't nothing for free here in Mirage. In fact, business
Okay.
kind of slow lately. I really could use the money. You sure you wouldn't like to just buy a drink?"
Can I get like a reduction? It's like, like what's your cheapest drink? You must have something that people are not as keen on drinking.
Okay, so let me just get up the...
Normally it would be water, but in this world, I don't think water would be the cheapest.
Well, it has to have alcohol in it, so I'm
So-
wondering if I have a shot of some
So,
motor
for
oil or
alcoholic
something.
drinks, a beer is 5 caps, a bourbon is 7, a Dirty Wastelander, which is an alcoholic cocktail, is 10, moonshine is 30,
So 5. Oh, well, I mean, I've got quite a few cups, so
Vodka's-
5's the cheap. So 5's the
vodka's
cheapest
5,
then.
whiskey's 5, and wine is 5.
Oh, I'll have a wine just to
Okay.
keep me steady.
Okay, so when you have a wine, so remove 5 caps.
Yep.
But also, when you drink a wine, you immediately gain 1 action point.
Sweet.
So 1 action point for the party, and you now don't have the reduced difficulty, the increased difficulty on your tests. And now, because you're drunk, you get the benefits, which is charisma and strength test. You now get a reroll. So as well as you've got your -1 on men, you've now also got a reroll on strength and charisma tests, but you've got increased difficulty on intelligence while drunk.
Sweet.
Okay, so you are back on the bevy. Tank, are you having a drink?
Yep.
Okay, so you've got
Nah.
the cheapest drinks are
Rami.
5.
We need to fill this one with booze.
Maybe with maybe done it okay with my wine, my classy wine.
I would order Dirty Wastelander.
You want a Dirty Wastelander?
Um,
Right, so let me just check what that is
Sounds
again. Dirty Wastelander. Reduced difficulty of all strength tests by 1 and increased difficulty... that's the same. Oh no, so this... By 2. Right, so this increases your intelligence test by 2. But it also gives you that extra... Yeah, so you get the extra reduced difficulty on strength from a Dirty Wastelander. Doesn't heal any hit points. Alcohol doesn't heal hit points. Vodka does, actually.
Yeah, I don't need healing, so.
Vodka does. Wine doesn't. But yeah, that's 10 caps.
How much was it?
10,
How much?
10 caps for a Dirty Wastelander. Tank, what you having?
I just go to the barman and ask for booze.
Okay.
I don't think I know what it is, and I don't think that I know what barter is either.
Right, okay.
So I don't think I'll understand when he asks for money. So can I roll it like some way of like a speech intimidate or something, speech strength maybe? I don't know.
For a free drink.
Yeah.
Difficulty 3.
You know that would be funny? If I would just sit there at the bar and say the usual and they give me that I always drink.
Strength and
I'm gonna
speech.
use.
So you're using your muscles. You're avoiding the reduced difficulty from charisma. So you're avoiding that. So I difficulty 3.
And I'm gonna use an AP to get an extra dice.
Okay.
But any disadvantage because he's not drunk or whatever the equivalent is.
It's not a charisma test. He's using his strength to get round it because he's metagamer.
Okay.
He's just flexing his muscles.
Nah, I can't do it.
Nah, failed. Okay, you'll need to buy your drink like everybody else, I'm afraid. He'll explain. He'll go, look, caps. He'll show you some caps on the bar, and he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he shows you the 5 caps. You 5, me.
I turn to Ronnie and I go, drink.
I do exactly the same. I go, oh, drink, and just neck the wine. She's like, yeah, it tasted real good.
No, man, no, give drink. You help get drink. Get drink now.
Okay. It's like, yeah. Do you want, what do you
5
want?
caps and you get your drink.
Alcohol, drink alcohol.
Okay, I'll get him. I'm gonna
5
get him.
caps and you get the drink.
I don't think you got any. I don't think Tank's got any money. Really.
What are caps? Why keep ask for caps?
Doesn't understand.
I'll show him.
He's just been giving his caps
Wait,
away every
wait,
time
wait,
he
wait.
gets caps.
Every time I've been given right.
He just gives
I
them
know.
away.
Hank does not know what currency is. He doesn't understand barter.
I'm gonna buy him a beer, but I want the bartender to like send it down the bar so he can grab it because I want him to do a roll.
I'll tell you what.
Just to see if he can grab it before it's smashed.
There are 62 caps in the group money, so I'll reduce that to 2. Everybody add 15 caps to their character sheets, right?
Okay.
So everybody's got another 15 caps. Everybody add that.
Okay. Well, I'll just add 10 and I'll pay for
That's
the beer.
3.
Okay.
7. Oh, wait, on the character sheet, sorry.
On your character sheet.
I was giving them really.
Right, so you're gonna.
I've got actual Coca-Cola caps made.
So Ronnie, you buy Tank a drink, right? Okay. So you gain an action
But
point.
only if the bartender's gonna zoom it towards him.
Yeah, he
I
will.
want to try and grab it.
Right. Okay. So I want an agility, an agility and unarmed, I guess, or agility and athletics with a difficulty 1 to catch it. No, make it difficulty
No, it's
0.
difficulty 2.
Nah, make it a difficulty 0. But that goes up to 1 because you're not drunk.
Okay, I'm gonna spend another action point.
Okay,
to
well,
make
you
sure
don't,
that
you
I
don't
get
have
this
any,
drink.
so you'll need to buy one from me.
Oh, okay, never
No, that's
mind.
fine. You can buy
Oh,
one.
alright.
You got 3
Come on.
successes, and it was difficulty 1, so you gained 2 action points. So you're up to 2 now.
Okay, and then you get one because I
And I
spent
get one
it
because you
before.
bought it off me. Yes. So you are now under the effect of alcohol again. So you get your bonuses on strength and charisma and penalty on intelligence. Now I notice red alerts over here. Are you checking out some gambling tables? Are you?
Well, he's trying to find a jet ski. He's looking around, see if he can find me. He didn't see him in the front. So.
Jack jet ski's here.
Oh, that's where he is right there.
I'll bring him
That's all I
inside.
didn't know.
I'll bring him inside. I'll bring him inside. He's here. So you want to speak
Yeah,
to
so
Jack?
yeah,
Okay.
he's like, "Hi, greetings." He's like, waves his hand, just kind of like trots up to him.
Ah, the Assaultron, the big red. You're looking good. Looks like the adjustments I've made have done you well. A few dings in there, couple of bullet holes. You've been busy.
Oh, that I have, so I have appropriate cap for the other increase of my armor, and hopefully, my claws, I can get that one mod for it, if you
Okay.
have the ability.
So what's the mod you're looking for to add?
Oh, it's the volcanic frame,
Voltaic
like,
frame
for the legs.
claw. Right, so what page is it on?
So the shock mod's on, I think it's in the Wanderers. No, it's in the Wastelanders book.
I've not got that open. Give me a sec.
Because that gives me the cool effect.
Yeah, let's deal with that then before we do anybody else. So equipment, new damage effects.
Sorry, I should have had that.
Are you
pulled
sure
up.
it's in the
One sec.
Wanderers?
They say it's in there, but I think it's in the main book for the
I
claws.
think it is, Core rule book. Robot
Yeah.
mods.
Yeah, because I think it's with the weapons.
I am searching. Still searching.
Tell me quick. Oh, ain't that a kick?
Right, okay, here we go. Found it.
Tell me quick.
Robot armor. It's voltaic frame, and you want it for what? What, an arm?
The legs.
For the legs. Voltaic frame on your thrusters costs 20 caps. It will add plus 10 carry weight, and it gives you plus 2 and plus 2 on physical and energy. So, we've done it.
Well,
we did
I
as
got
mods.
I got legs. I don't have thrusters, so I got the.
Aye, yeah, but it means legs, right? Okay, so let me have a look at your
Yeah.
sheet and see if I can remember how we do this. So, voltaic frame, yeah, this is how we do it. So, voltaic frame. Don't click shit while I'm clicking shit, Max. Thank you.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm trying to miss
Voltaic
myself.
frame legs. One. Cost is 20. Extra carry weight is somewhere. I don't know where you add that. Select mod type.
I'll take-
Material. Gives 2 on the legs.
And is it just me, Or is there a Deathclaw head here on the wall?
Yeah, there's a Deathclaw head on the wall. Armor's using mod, so we need to equip, and we put it on.
Okay.
Oh, so you're buying it twice for your right leg and your left leg, are you?
Mm-hmm.
So that costs you 40 caps then.
That's totally fine. And I was wondering if he had the ability to do the shock mod, where basically is I changed it basically gives me extra damage, but it changed the energy type, the type of damage to energy for my claws.
Right. So what was that?
It's a unique. It's called a shock mod. It's in the Waste Seller's Guide.
Settler's Guide, right? What page?
Yep, on page 97.
Okay, hang on 1 second. I've done that mod though. That's done. Take 40 from your character sheet. In fact, each one of them gives you plus 10 on your carry weight bonus. You can put it there for now.
That's totally fine.
This is there's a place to do it actually. You put it on here, I think. Bonus carry weight 10. Bonus carry weight 10.
You want me to go on that
one?
Go like that.
Okay, so that's that added. What page did you say in the Settler's Guide, Max? Sorry.
It was 97.
97. Let's get Max's mods done, and then did you take 40 caps off? Yeah.
That I did.
Okay, so 97. The shock mod. This is a robot mod. It's a unique claw mod, right? So it's a mod for your claw, right? Okay. Do we call that a weapon mod? I think we do.
Yeah, it's a weapon mod.
Okay.
Basically, that's all it is. It's a weapon mod for it.
Okay, so it's called Shock 1. Cost is 15, so take another 15 off your.
Okay. I think I'd pay 15 for each claw, because that's like.
Yeah, you have 2 claws. Yeah. Okay, so you pay 30, and you get 2. And mod effects, it goes on. So what does it do? It does plus 2 damage, and it changes the damage type to energy. So, so we get plus 2 damage, and special changes damage type. Why am I writing in capitals? Okay, so and that's that done.
And that's all you need.
Yep. But to actually make it do anything, we need to go to core, we need to go to your claw, and we need to update it. So it becomes energy damage, and your damage becomes 6. So you add 2 dice to it. Now it's already got piercing on it, it'll not lose that, will it?
Oh no, that's through through one of my edges or perks.
Sweet. Okay. That's your modding done. So that cost you a total of
so what do you do?
20, 40. That cost you a total of 70. Did you have 70 caps to pay for that? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had 100. I had 160 something. Sweet. What he does, he gives him 5 caps as a thank you for waiting for him.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you give him another 5 caps. Okay, you are modded up.
Yeah,
it'll take them several hours to do all those mods though. So you're out of action for the day. So for the rest of the day, you are just there getting modded. That's your thing, right? Okay. So we've had 2 of you have had a drink, 3 of you have had a drink, and you've done some mods. So we'll go back to the 3 of you at the bar. What would you like to do with the rest of your day? Yeah, that is a Deathclaw head, by the way.
But if we're not allowed to carry our weapons, how come Red Alert is welcome to enter?
Because he's a robot. He is a weapon.
Yeah, and then I would say leave him outside.
Yeah, but that just makes things difficult for me, mate. I'm just... Because it's easier for me. There's your answer, because it's easier for me.
I am allowed to be kept outside of Diamond City, but he's free to go inside. Racist.
Linda has put in a special word, but Linda has no power in Diamond City because she's a ghoul. Linda has put in a special word for Red Alert. Remember, because you did such a good job when Linda's was actually a quest, you got an increased reputation here at Mirage before you even arrived here. So I'm going to say that increased reputation is enough to let the robot in. Because if it wasn't for that, I'd say maybe you'd be right, Scooty, and he would get left outside. But I think with your increased reputation here, I think he can be allowed here. Plus, it's easier for me, so. Aye. Anything else you would like to do today?
Even though our weapons are taken, there's no way that there might be a weapon bench here that I can augment my weapons.
I would say that there is, and there'd be a security guard would escort you with your weapon to the modding bench and back to where you put the weapon back in security. So I would say you're allowed to, and they have someone escort you while you're with your weapon.
Okay, because
or in
I
fact,
don't know
let's say they do it on a system where you go up to the modding bench and you say what you want, and then he'll like send somebody to go get the security guard. The security guard will then bring him your gun. So you probably never handled a gun. But armor mods you can do without all that hassle. But yeah, you can still get weapon mods. There's just a bit of faffing around.
If I would do that myself, do I have to pay the cost of that mod, or do I have to have materials as well?
So either or. If you don't have the materials, that cost is what it would cost you to buy them. If you do have the materials, that is what it would cost you to have somebody do the modding for you. If there's no perks required, or you've got the perks required to do the modding, then you don't have to pay for the service of doing it. And if you might actually have enough junk that you don't have to pay for anything, because you guys have some junk in your inventory, remember?
Oh yeah.
And it's mostly junk for doing mods. It only takes a couple of junk to give most guns. I can't remember what the mod is, but to make them vicious, it only costs you a couple of junk. Let me just find your loot list, and I'll tell you what junk you've got.
Well, Scoon, if you need do you have the toolkit where it helps you with repairs, or no?
You've got 21
toolkit?
junk.
Yeah, there's a toolkit if you're doing repairs, because that's basically what you're doing to fix your gun up. You have to use the repair skill, I believe.
No. I'm going to work on my laser pistol.
Okay.
My laser gun, and that's science.
I'm looking. Does that require the perk science? Does it?
And I have that.
You have that, then you can do that yourself. Now, I'm looking at your loot list, by the way, guys, and I would say that you can sell stuff here, so it's worth noting.
The perk science.
Yeah, it's worth noting that you guys have a load of ammo that you're not using and a load of armor pieces that you're not using. But before you go selling anything, can I double check? Everyone's got... Is there anyone who could take a combat armor chest piece as an upgrade? Is there anyone got less than combat armor on their chest? Because there's a combat armor there.
I believe I have...
Ronnie,
I have a combat chest piece.
Have you got combat chest?
Yeah.
What about Ronnie?
I think she does.
I don't think I've got something on my torso. I just don't know what it is.
Hey, Ronnie.
I've got like a 2 on it.
Gear. Yeah, you've got the combat armor chest.
Yeah,
you've got one on. So all that
it gives you 2 physical and 2 energy damage resistance.
So my question is then, before we move on to any other gambling or going to shows or whatever, do we want to do? You're modding an item, right, Scoon? What does it say the required things to do that mod is?
Well, I have science perk once, so every
Materials.
science 1 perk, science 1 mod I can do.
Materials.
And I wanted to do the photon exciter.
Okay.
Which says plus 30 in cost.
Okay.
And I was thinking maybe, well, with a sight. I don't know if my weapon is inaccurate.
With a laser gun, I don't think so. That's for like a pipe guns.
Mm-hmm. Inaccurate means you get
Yeah.
a complication on a 19, I think. I think that's what inaccurate means. Or inaccurate means you can't aim, maybe.
Yeah. No, but well, I can gain accurate.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking of maybe also put on a short scope on my
Ooh,
laser
nice.
gun.
Okay. Do you know how to add the mods in Roll20? If not, I do.
No, I have to add them there then, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know how to do it?
Should I also add a muzzle mod, maybe? No. Muzzle mods don't really give you good effects.
The beam focus increases your range by 1 step.
The range, yeah. That's the only good one.
Mhm.
But I don't know if I need to increase the range. So I want I definitely want the photon exciter and the short scope.
Okay. So you're just going to pay the
That
cost.
would be plus 41 in total.
Okay, so you're spending 40.
So I don't know if I can use materials for it instead.
You could just use money if you want. What does it say for materials? What does it say for materials required?
It doesn't say in the book. That's the problem.
Doesn't, right? Okay.
Oh, that's in. I think that's in that complexity where
Yeah, just
the
do
other
it-
game we were doing.
Yeah, just do it on money. Just spend the money then, and we can work out what it costs to do. I know my friend Jeff knows how to do it with junk, but if you just spend the money just now, it makes life easier.
Yeah, we'll sell the stuff back, and if you need money, I could always chip in what I have. It's like if you go to him, because I think we could do is like upgrade some of you guys' armors, give you some good armor mods, especially.
Yeah, you also have 22 junk that's not broken down. You've got 21 common materials. You also have 22 junk that's not broken down into materials yet.
Mm-hmm.
Then it would be 41. I believe I do have because you said we had an extra
You'll got
15
an extra
caps.
15 each from the group, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to take off 41. Me and calculating are not friends. And I'll have
And if-
35 left.
When we do our halftime break, Schoon, if you write in the channel what you've done, just so that I can check everything is done in Roll20 properly after the session, because the mods are a bit complicated on the character sheets. I'll make sure that's done correctly. Yeah.
I can add them myself if you want, while you're working with the rest.
Oh yeah, absolutely, add them yourself, but just so that I can double check them later, tell me what you've added. So you're going to spend an hour, a couple of hours getting your gun modded. Okay, so that leaves Tank and Ronnie for the next couple of hours then.
I want a super sledge.
We don't sell weapons here.
Then this place is no use to me. I'll smash the place up.
Do you have a sledgehammer? Because can you turn a sledgehammer into a super
sledgehammer.
sledge? I think.
I think
we
this
looked it up
I think
before.
someone
You
did.
can't, you have to buy a super sledge.
Yeah, you have to buy or come across one. You can't mod a sledgehammer into a super sledge.
Yeah, unfortunately, but you can upgrade the
Tell you
sledgehammer. though.
what, Chris, if you would like to spend a luck point to add a detail to a scene, what I would say is that you...
They have a museum here.
No, there's one in the Lost and
dedicated to
Found.
Super Mutant.
So there's one in the... They have a Lost and Found, right? And some of the weapons where they haven't been claimed, people haven't claimed their weapons when they've left or whatever, I would say there's a super sledge in there and they'd be willing to sell you it on your way out. If you spend a luck point.
Okay, well, I'll spend the luck point, but I have no money.
How much is it?
One of your
How much
friends
is
might
it?
buy it.
No, how much is it? I'm willing to buy it for him.
I don't know how much a super sledge is, somebody can look that up.
Do we get a luck refresh at the start of the session? Yeah.
I believe so.
Okay, that would put me to 3.
Super.
Yeah, I'm doing it every session for now, Chris. Everybody does it different, but I'm doing it every session.
All
Okay,
right,
that
so
would put
it
me
says
at
it's
3 then.
it says it's 180.
For a super sledge.
So yeah, so I mean, we could probably I can give what I have and trade with some of the items we have.
Everybody as well, sorry, as well as the extra 15 you all just added, add another 10 for your day's travel with Linda.
Ooh, okay.
Everybody add another 10 to your... now, you've all had food and water today as well. And you can all add another 10 to your inventory for caps.
So would they be willing to do it? I could pay what I got and trade some of the items that we have for the super sledge for them.
Here's the thing, Chris. If you were to now sell some items, you could probably gather up the money to buy a super sledge, but we're going to have to sell some items, I think.
I've got
enough.
Even though I haven't been taking the caps, I have 71 caps.
Oh, so you're not that far off, right? If you look at your loot list, Chris, you've actually got loads you could sell. You've got a damaged combat rifle and a submachine gun, 3 laser guns, more guns, you've got a bunch of ammo, and then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 armor pieces, and a set of road leathers. You could sell all of that, and that'd be quite a lot of money back.
Yeah, and I've got a knife and a bolt action pipe rifle that I never use.
Right. Okay. Do you want it? Should we
trade it?
Should we do some selling? I don't mind working out how much everything costs. Take us 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, he can always sell his other sledge. You sell your other sledge and just get the bigger sledge.
Right. Can I get Scoon and Max looking in the rules, and I'll list the things that we're selling,
Absolutely.
and you guys can tell me how much they cost.
Absolutely.
We'll do this as quick as possible, right? So,
Absolutely.
let's do the armor first. So we've got 2 leather arms. How much do leather arms go for?
Give me 1 second. I'm going to it.
Okay, and now I need to...
Leather arms are
find my
8
gun.
apiece.
They're 8 apiece, so you get 2 apiece when you sell them, so that's 4. Right, and 2 legs. How much are the leather legs?
10.
So that's 20. What's a quarter of 25? So that's another 5. So that's 9 caps. Okay, a raider arm and a raider chest.
Raider arm is 6, and the raider chest is 18.
So 6 plus 18 is 24. 12, 6. So that's 6. Okay. A combat armor chest piece.
Combat armor chest piece is 60.
60. So quarter 60 is 15. Okay. Road leathers.
Road leathers. Give me a second. I'm going to the outfit.
This isn't going to take too long.
Yeah, that's why I'm already at it. I was just looking at stuff. Red leather is about 5, so you probably get 1 out of it.
5, so that, yeah, you're right, 1. Okay, now, we have some other bits and pieces we could do. You guys are not using the railway spikes, are you? In fact, no, let's not do ammo, because ammo's a bit of a pain in the ass to find. Let's do the weapons, right? You've got a broken combat rifle. How much does a combat rifle go for?
Oh, is this in this book? Let me see. Really? I think it is.
Combat rifle is
I'm looking for it.
It's in the regular book.
Yeah, I'm going up to it. Combat rifle is 117.
Right.
So probably it's...
Right, this is a broken one, so half that, which is, so 120 half is 60 divided by 4 is 15, right, okay. A submachine gun.
Correct. Submachine gun is 109.
So 109 divided by 4 is 25 plus 2 is 27, right? It's not, it's 26.75 or something, but we'll call it 27 in this case. A laser gun. How much is a laser gun?
Oh, that's going to be energy weapon. Okay. Laser gun is 69 apiece.
69. What's 3 times 69? It's 207. What's 207 divided by 4? It's 51. Right. A board. How much is a board? In fact, while you're still on the guns page, Max, sorry, while you're still on that page, pipe revolver.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I don't think it's too expensive, but I think it's pipe revolver is 25.
25 divided by 4 is 6.5, 6. Right. A pipe gun.
Pipe gun is 30.
Okay. A tire iron.
tire, and that's going melee right there.
You've got a
I think
board.
we got what, 2 of those?
There's a board, a tire iron, and a walking cane in the melee
Okay.
weapons.
Okay. Or are we also going? Is he going to also sell his sledge too? Because he's not going to need it if he's going to get the bigger one.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So the tire irons are 25. The walking cane's 10.
7 and 2. Okay. And
And
a board.
all right. The board is. Where the hell is that thing at? I'm not really seeing the. Oh, it's 20.
So 5. Right, so I've got the total for what for that load we just sold. Let me pull up a calculator.
I think he also is going to sell his sledgehammer, which is 40.
Yeah, but that's his and that's not in the group stuff, so we'll do that separately. I'm just doing the group stuff first,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
You've got quite a lot there. Plus, it's cleared out the inventory a bit, which I like.
Oh yeah.
I'm just doing the maths. Bear with me. You got 151 caps out of that lot.
I think that should be enough from whatever, plus the cash that he has.
Yeah, so you've got there's 153 caps now sitting in the group.
I mean, it makes him kick ass more. I'll just say he can go ahead and just use that. Because we can always get more loot.
So I would say that there is a super sledge in their lost and found, Chris, and you can buy it on the way out.
Okay.
But you've got 153 caps now sitting in the group purse.
I have a harness that I am not wearing that I can sell.
Yep, okay, so just stick the money back into your own personal then. You get a quarter back for selling it. So whatever it's worth, you get 25%.
Yeah, what's 25% of 5?
1.
A 1?
Seriously, I only get 1 cap back?
Yes. You could open
You
up...
ever been to CX?
or GameStop. The American one.
Oh,
Shouldn't
yeah,
I
yeah,
also gotten an extra cap because I drank a Nuka-Cola?
If you drink, every time you drink a Nuka-Cola, you also get a cap.
Yeah, then because last time I drank a Nuka-Cola, I believe, and I did not add that cap.
Always add a cap when you drink a Nuka-Cola. Okay,
Yeah.
so we sold a bunch of stuff. So Tank, you were doing that because you're desperate to get a super sledge. So you've just spent an hour selling stuff to their market here. So Ronnie, what are you doing in the hour? It's now you. What are you doing?
I'm here for a reason, right? Aren't I trying to find that girl's dad? So
Okay, so how are you going to approach that then? Just mingling?
just scream out "Daddy" and see he turns around. No,
Yeah,
I'll try and talk to a few people covertly about the girl's father, because this is the right location, right? That she said
Yeah.
that he was stuck at.
Do you remember his name?
so- Daddy. Daddy of Deaf Girl.
I'm trying to decide if I should make you spend a luck point to remind you of his name. In fact, no. Give me an intelligence speech test, difficulty 1, to remember his name. We'll do that.
I don't think I've got it in my notes.
It would say in his Pit Boy anyway, because he's got a Pit Boy with objectives. So
That's right. You've probably taken a note on your Pit Boy. Good point, Chris. So
Alright, so
his
what's
name was Murray.
name? Okay, well, I'll ask the bartender. He's like, oh yeah, I used to have a friend here called Murray. Is he still here?
Oh, old man Murray. Yeah, you'll find him if he's not at the bar drinking. You'll usually find him on the slot machines. He's an alright guy, old man Murray. He's a bit of a drunk, but he's a good man. And eventually you'll see someone stumbling around the slots here, and that's old man Murray there.
Okay, I'm gonna go speak to him then.
Okay. Right, okay, so let me pull up some notes on old man Murray, bear with me.
Oh, no, it's cool.
Old man Murray. Old man Murray. Okay, so I need to tell you what I'm going to tell you about him and what I'm not. I need to read this first. So yeah, okay. So he's a bit gruff at first. He's like, "Oh, what do you want? Unless you're buying me a drink, leave me alone."
I mean, I can buy you a drink if you'll talk to me.
Sure. Whiskey, vodka, rum,
Okay.
it's all good. Whatever.
Oh, okay. You're just like my other friend. Okay, yeah, I'll buy him a drink.
Okay.
For 5 caps, I guess.
Yep.
And I'm gonna ask him how he's doing. Like, how's his family life.
You're gonna ask how his family life is.
Well, in a
Right.
doing
No, I
it
like
in a
that. Yeah, no, I
small
like that. I
way,
like that. I like that. So, when you ask how his family life is, he will grimace a little bit, slug back the vodka, and go, "Ugh, it's gonna take more than one drink to make me talk about my family life, sweetheart."
Oh, I mean, well, that's a shame because I met this really nice. Just like, do you know? This is gonna sound. Do you know what deaf people are? I met this really cool deaf girl.
He like gives you a real funny look now. I want you to make a charisma speech difficulty 2.
Okay. Why is it not letting me do stuff today? Oh, wait. No, it's not letting me roll it. Oh, wait, no, I know I've done it.
Ooh, that is 3 successes.
Nice.
You can get an action point.
Yeah.
And he's going to say, "Listen, girl. You're touching on a nerve there. I'll talk to you, but you're going to buy me another drink first."
I'm like... Didn't she write me, like, a poem or something? For the band?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure she gave me a note, because I remember asking her to, like, write something... so that he would know it's me and not to be scared.
He's going to say to you, "Listen."
Sure I got something.
He's going to say to you, "Listen, but get me a drink and meet me over by the blackjack table." And that's here.
Jesus.
And he walks off.
Well, if he's having friggin' another drink, I'm having one, so I'll spend another 10.
Okay. So you spend 2, you get 2 drinks, and you're going to bring one back to him, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you ply him with enough drink, then he's going to start talking. He's going to go, "How do you know my daughter?
Okay.
How do you know my
So,
daughter?"
like, it's like, well, I met her. She is worried about
Met
you.
her? Where? What do you mean you met her?
Well, she's in this really cool village that I can't tell you where it is with all these poetry and musician guys.
What do you mean you can't tell me where it is? Where is she? She shouldn't be anywhere.
Well, why is she not with you? Because she was a little bit fishy about what had happened.
Listen. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, right? But you gotta keep quiet. In fact, wait a minute. And he waits till the guard kind of walks off a bit further away, so there's nobody near you. Listen, I had to make a deal. It's Cantor, the leader here. He's not everything he's not everything he appears to be. He's in league with the Church at Atom, and they're using this place to recruit their members. And I had to, and tears are flowing out his eyes now. I had to, or it was going to be torture for all of us forever. I made a deal. I made a devil's bargain. I gave the last son of Atom Mini, and he promised he would never take another original resident from here again. And Cantor agreed. And the last I know of Minnie, she was with the children of Atom and the last son. Well, you need to tell me where you met her, where she is. My daughter's. She's not with the children of Atom.
I mean, I think, can I do a perception roll? Because he sounds a bit dodgy.
So what would you want, the roll for bullshit?
Well, yeah, because she was like, I know that she doesn't like that group, and he's kind of insinuating that he gave her to them. So
Well, I'm going to jog your memory. Remember when you were looking through our book of poetry, there was something that looked like it might have been a first draft of the flyer that you previously saw for the Children of Atom, and you saw what looked like she'd been writing propaganda for the Children of Atom. So, hang on 2 secs. My music's just stopped.
Okay, no problem.
So he's going to say, yeah, listen. He promised they would never take another original resident from here, and they haven't. But you've got to take me to my daughter. If my daughter is free, you've got to take me to her. But listen, I need to tell you some things about this place. Listen, okay? So it was Cantor. He made a deal for our safety with the Children of Atom. He sent Minnie to the church. He needed her because she can speak sign language. I don't know why he wanted someone that could speak sign language. And he's crying and there's tears. He's like, I really want to see my daughter again. I really want to see it, but I can't until it's my fault that she's there, and I can't see her again until Mirage is safe. So he's gonna tell you, he's like, listen, they trap people here. They frame people. They frame people for cheating, and then they kidnap them, and they take them to a generator room underneath the building. And I don't know what they do there, but that's where the last son of Atom, that's where the Children of Atom are getting their recruits from. It's Cantor. He's sending people away. Sometimes these people haven't cheated, and he's lying, and he's kidnapping good people. And I know where these people are. I can free them, but I just need some strong people to help me, like you and your friends. If you can help me, we can get these people free, and I can be free, and I can reunite with my daughter. Listen, I know where they keep the kidnapped people, and I've got a plan. How we can free them. You have to trust me, and I have to be able to trust you. If you get caught cheating, they'll take you away to where they take the cheaters, and you can free the people from there, and we can shut down this whole operation, and I can be with my daughter again.
Oh.
You need to get yourselves kidnapped. You need to get kidnapped by Cantor. You need to cheat at blackjack. Now I've got a friend. One of my friends works here. His name is Blackjack. He's a dealer here, and if you just give me some time, I can maybe set something up. Are you still going to be here tomorrow?
I don't know. We might be on the move by tomorrow. I thought we were just nipping off here for for the band and the traveling thing.
Well, I don't know.
So Linda's going to stay here 2 days. So if you're staying with Linda, then you would be staying here till tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Is Jetski gonna still be here? Because he might have a couple extra upgrades that he might request from him. If he's still gonna be.
Jetski was going to stay around for a few more days, for a couple of days. Now,
okay.
With that big information drop and the possible opening up of a side quest for you, I'm going to call the halftime break there because I really need a pee-pee. How's that, guys?
Okay.
Do a quick 5-10
That's
minute
fine.
halftime break?
Okay.
That's okay. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. We will see you then. And we are back. Welcome to the Wasteland.
Welcome back to the Wasteland.
Where war changes. Never changes.
War never changes. So, we have Norm getting some work done on his gun. And
armor now also.
And armor now. And Red Alert has had some work done on his body. Tank has been selling some things.
Oh, Red Alert, how many times do we have to say plastic surgery is not the answer?
Tank has been selling some
He tells
things.
his head is like plastic surgery. It's like, I'm just getting refitted.
And Ronnie has found out some serious
Retrofitting.
some serious interesting truths about Mirage and its leader and what they're doing here and ties to the Children of Atom. and she can do with that information what she will. Now, I'm going to bring you all back together because you've been spending a couple of hours each doing a couple of things, and we're going to say it's 9 o'clock now at night, and it's time for the evening show. So you've got Fusion Susan is going to sing. Now, I just need to find her song. So, Fusion Susan was a psychologist back in the vault. Now, she charms visitors on and off the stage. She tends to be chatty when not performing, especially if she receives a good tip. The rest you may or may not learn about her, but you're going to catch one of her performances.
The band that's traveling with us, do they know this singer?
The band, right, there's a good question. So the band, the Jam Bakers, I would say they've heard of Fusion Susan. Yeah, they have heard of her. She's a lounge singer, but they've heard of her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just because they know a bit about music. So I'm going to give you one of her songs. The lights dim over the Oasis stage, fading into warm sunset tones as Fusion Susan slinks onto the stage and into the spotlight. As light jazz music starts to play from the one-person Protectron band, Fusion Susan croons, singing with powerful longing, wearing her desperate love on her sleeve. Her performance moves all those with a warm heart to tears. Glowing for you is easy living. It's easy to glow when you know there's nothing in the wasteland but you. I never regret the years I'm giving. It's easy to give when you're in love. I'm happy to do whatever I do for you. Maybe I'm a fool.
Yeah, could you please let Susan sing this?
It's almost cruel, for I believe you're the atom to my Eve. Glowing for you is easy living. It's easy to glow when you're in love. I'm atomically glowing for you. There you go. That's the performance. I don't know the tune, but I just had to you had to get the words in.
Yeah,
now,
so he kind of claps his claws.
Would you like?
This song brings you into a right downer.
Would anybody like to do any more drinking? Would anyone like to do any gambling? What would you like to do for the rest of the evening in Mirage? Does Ronnie tell our friends what she found out?
I'm talking to Jetski and just getting his information about, like, you know, if it comes, you know, communications for later on.
Right.
And just talking about, like, you know, like different stuff he does.
So, Jetski will like, do you have a radio? I'll give you my channel if you've got a radio.
Oh yes. The person I'm traveling does is, like, you know, out there. And it just, you know, if you have time for tomorrow, I do have a few other options he has, and he,
in fact,
you know, he suggests right there.
I'm going to retcon something slightly, right? So, Linda doesn't give you a two-way radio. What she does is she tunes Ronnie's Pip-Boy into the frequency, so Ronnie can communicate through her Pip-Boy. And Jack Jetski will give you his frequency, so if you tell Ronnie it, Ronnie can also tune into the frequency of Jack Jetski.
Okay, so thank you.
So you have,
and as he said, it's like,
so you have his frequency now. You can now tune into Jack Jetski, and you can talk to him on Ronnie's radio on her Pip-Boy.
Okay. All right, he said, thank you. He said, if you do have some time tomorrow, if you are able, I just have a few extra mods just to do.
Sure.
But thank you. It's like, if you wish, I can.
I'm finished for the night. I'm gonna just do some gambling and drinking now. But yeah, I'll be back in business tomorrow, my friend.
All right. It's like, if it's okay, can I join you to gambling? I've never had the chance to.
Yes, let's go gambling. Okay, so the slots. Let's do the slots. Okay, playing the slots. The slots boast a wide variety of 3 real-handed slot machines for gambling caps. Characters insert caps into the machine, which become converted to credits displayed on the machine screen. When characters pull the handle, they lose 5 credits and roll 3d20 to replicate the spinning wheels. They gain credits based on the results of their roll as follows. No matching numbers or 20s, no gain. Matching numbers, you add the matching numbers together and gain that many credits. 120 gives you 5 credits, 2 20s gives you 50 credits, and 3 20s is the jackpot, 100 credits. You can press the cash out button at any point before spinning the wheel again. And when you cash out, the caps drop into a tray at the bottom of the machine, equal to the remaining total credits. Afterwards, the machines screen resets to 0 credits. So, how many credits would you like to put in?
Oh, he will try 5 at once.
So you're going to put in
Let's
5
see
credits.
how it works.
So that's one spin. So roll 3d20.
Okay.
Two ones. So matching numbers. Add the matching numbers together and gain that many credits. So you get 2 caps back. Would you like to play again? So
no, he was just curious.
okay, so
He's just like, oh.
so that's a total loss of 3 caps. Would anybody else like to play the slots?
No.
Well, I need to talk to them about what I found out and then get probably.
Are you going to tell them about what you found out then?
Yeah.
Okay. So you tell him about Old Man Murray and that he is Minnie's father and that Cantor, the leader of this place, has a deal with the Children of Atom where he gets them recruits and he sent them Minnie because she knows sign language. The last son of Atom, this leader of a sect of the Children of Atom, this guy, this leader of them, the last son of Atom he's known as, requested her because she knew American Sign Language. Now, remember, Minnie told you that she was in some facility working with the Children of Atom, teaching a monster sign language. She doesn't know any more than that. But she had to put her hands through some things in a glass thing, and she had to teach sign language to a monster. So that's how much you know about her. So you know that her father knows where she is, but can't do anything until the people of Mirage are free. He's got to, and that's why he's opened up to Ronnie, because he believes when he saw you guys, he thought, oh, these guys can handle themselves. They can free Mirage, and he's basically just told her the whole sob story. So Ronnie will relay all that information to you, and what you choose to do with it is up to you. He says that if you want to. So Old Man Murray said that if you want to try to free the people, he knows how to get to them. You have to get yourselves caught cheating. And his friend Blackjack can help that happen at the blackjack table. Don't all jump at once on what you're going to do with that information, like.
I mean, I've told them. I'm just seeing what the suggestions are. I mean, I know what I want to do, but
you're the one that became close with Minnie, so you're obviously going to want to try to reunite her with her father, eh?
It's like, I will help out if you need the help.
I mean, I was just gonna get Tank to be himself and cheat anyway. I don't think we'd have to come up with too much of a plan. So Tank, I give you 5. I give you 5 caps to try and do something bad.
So it needs to be cheating at gambling?
Doesn't have to be cheating or gambling. You can either cheat or be loud. So you can either do well enough, win enough money that they take notice of you, just be a loud dickhead, or cheat to win. So there's a few ways you can get this. Get their attention.
Which special would you say do I need to have high to be able to count cards at blackjack?
Intelligence.
Yeah, not perception?
Nah, because it's more about memorizing them than looking at them.
My intelligence isn't that low, because it's a 6, that's pretty good, but my perception is my highest.
Okay, so if the PCs agree to help Murray, he tells them to signal him at the slot machines when they're ready to get caught, and he offers to play at the blackjack table opposite them to help you make a loud scene. Because weapons are not loud in Mirage, clever deception is the only way to avoid civilian casualties. There's a bunch of content warnings about gambling here. Fuck content warnings, those are spoilers, we don't do those on this channel. There are a couple of options. It says here, guns blazing, so Mirage visitors must check their weapons at the door. If the PCs decide against Murray's plan, and you might like this, Chris, and go into Mirage guns blazing to rescue the captured people, you must just fight their way through all the security guards, basically. So there is the all guns blazing option. Or you can do the stealthy option where you get yourselves kidnapped and taken downstairs to where they keep the prisoners.
So could we make out that we're leaving and then just go back in and fuck shit up?
So make out that you're leaving to get your weapons back and then just go back in all guns blazing. You 1000% could do that. So you're going to go out all nice and friendly and buy the super sledge and then just turn around and smack the guard that sold you.
I almost be like taking back my laser gun. Let's see if it still works.
Let's see if it still works. Bang! Yeah, Chris, I actually like that plan. All guns blazing is laid out as an option here, and I thought you might like that. So it is an option, yes.
Let's do that.
Yeah, because I feel it's not safe enough
Because
to get ourselves captured and then need to get out without any weapons.
Without your weapons.
And probably our armor would also be taken off.
Yes.
The other one would be if Ronnie gave me the 5 caps, I would just pick up one of the slot machines and smash it on top of the other one because I don't understand how gambling works.
Give me my money.
Is that how you would cause a scene? Instead of all the cheating, you would just grab a slot machine and smash it into another one. That's how you would cause a scene. I like that also, Chris. I like that very much. But I do like your plan of just going out, getting your weapons, and then just turning around and going, fuck you, bang, 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 bang. I like that also.
But then the way I want to have my guns back then is literally in the way that my weapon is. So first the pipe gun, then the tire iron, then the combat knife, then our rifle.
Is that the plan then, guys? Do it tonight.
Nah, I want to get arrested and they can do that, because then while all that's going crazy upstairs, I can be like
You
trying
can be
to like
downstairs.
help
Yeah,
rescue
okay.
people.
Split the party. That's always great fun
Plus,
for the GM.
well, you said we've got the walkie-talkie thing on my thing, so I
On
can
your Pip Boy,
contact. Yeah, if I need help or whatever.
I think if there is any one of us that is the safest to be let captured and then still be able to get out is either Red Alert or Tank. Because Red Alert is a walking weapon.
Tanks also.
And the Tank is just strong enough to be able to do some damage with weapons.
Yeah, but Tank
he can pick up anything.
Tank will probably eat the children
Remember,
downstairs or something.
Martin,
So,
if Ronnie's isolated from the rest of the group, they can't contact her. So I've retconned it. Only you can. You've got the Pip Boy. You've got the radio contact. Now you have contact with Linda, and you have contact with Jack Jetski. You don't have any contact with the rest of your group if you're split up.
fair enough. Yeah, I think I'm still gonna do that because I think it could go really bad if you're like taking out the whole casino. So yeah, they could like murder the people that they're trying to.
So there's a few
capture,
stipulations.
Right?
If you go into combat in the casino, any 19 or 20 on a gunshot is a complication, and any complication shoots an innocent bystander. So there's extra rules for fighting in the casino regarding the innocent bystanders.
I bet we've seen where they stash our weapons, right?
Yeah. They're just being in like a bucket in the reception at the entrance.
How guarded is that location?
I would say there was 2 guards there at all times, at least.
Cause a scene to maybe distract the 2 guards at the location where the weapons are. Would I be able to try and lockpick in?
Yeah, I would say that there's a locked security desk. You know, there's a door and they've got a security desk and the door's locked. And if somebody else causes a scene and the security guard were to fuck off somewhere else in the casino, you would then have a chance to break in. Yes.
Because I have pretty high lockpicking skills, so I wouldn't mind to at least try to make someone cause a scene. If that one is captured, then at least some of us could have their weapons.
Yeah. So if you do Martin's way, only Ronnie won't have her weapon and the rest he will. Or you could do it Chris's way, where you all just get your weapons and go in all guns blazing. But Ronnie doesn't want to do that. Ronnie wants to try and find the prisoners first, don't you?
Well, no, I just think if it goes wrong or like, you know, then I still might be able to rescue them while they're killed, like, you know, because we might have to retreat or blah 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 blah. So that's the only reason, I was thinking of doing it.
Well, Either
I'm
way,
not really that bothered. I'm not that bothered.
I mean, either way, no matter what happens, you guys, I think, are going to end up fighting in this casino. So at one point, we are going to have battle lines drawn on it. So I'll do that while you guys decide what your plan of attack's going to be. I'll turn this map into zones, all right?
So what would be the smartest move? Just first make Ronnie and then cause the scene that she may be captured and taken to the prisoners, and that while that happens, I try to lockpick my way into the weapons or whatever it's called to get some weapons back.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Or I mean, if you guys do get your weapons, that's going to be a natural distraction anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I could just stay at the other end of the club and...
To the weapons storage, because there are 2 guards at all times, so there needs to be a distraction for.
I mean, you can still have Tank just smash stuff up anyways.
Yeah, but since Ronnie is the only one that can contact up here, that if that guy would stay up here and Ronnie would go down, then that guy can be eyes and ears in a way with contact of Ronnie.
I mean, we can probably talk to Jetski, see if he can keep an ear out, like, you know, like kind of keep him in plan, because, you know, he has another way to contact her.
That's what I mean. Ronnie causes the scene and gets captured and going to the prisoners. So we have still someone up here that can contact Ronnie. So we can have so we can at least talk with Ronnie if necessary.
Okay. I will probably talk to Jetski if he stays close by me, and if he gets communications from Ronnie, and just pass the word on to us about what we can do.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I'm cool with it too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm still going to be a while drawing zones, guys, so forgive me.
Oh, that's fine. I say, like, we're probably over, like, I don't know, like over somewhere over here. This is probably could be it.
Yeah,
Like a roulette table or something.
I think that the weapon storage might be somewhere around here. Because this is where we enter.
Mm-hmm.
I think the entrance is right
You
there.
are correct.
But I don't see guards on the map, so I don't know if they are just not there yet.
I'll move some guards around in a moment. Just trying to do these zones. It's hard to even tell what's rooms and what isn't, so I'm just gonna... Some of them are quite random. Two minutes, so I'll be done.
How does Sheffield not have fucking hostel?
You're looking at hostels in Sheffield?
Yeah.
What for?
What? You want to buy a castle?
Gig.
Ah.
Nice.
Right, I'm nearly finished with these zones, guys. And then I'll move some guards around.
Pretty sure Sheffield's cheap anyway, isn't it?
I'll ask Dave, that's where Dave the Grey's from. Okay, so I'll split this up into zones. We can refine it if we need to. In fact, hang on, there's a couple of lines I need to draw here.
There is. It just wasn't coming up in the search. It's
Right.
just being a no.
So, Yes, there will be a couple of guards down here. So you'll kind of come into a front reception area here, I'd say. So yeah, where you are, Norm, currently. Why can't I grab shit? Am I on the wrong layer? No, I'm not. Tokens. Grab. I don't know why I can't grab tokens. Oh, I can. Why can't I grab Norm's token? That's annoying. Why can't I grab Norm's token? I can grab these tokens, but not these ones. Oh. It's got
There, isn't he?
Do you know what I did? It's because I've grabbed all those lines and moved them to the map player, and I've accidentally moved all the tokens as well. So I need to move the tokens back to the token layer. Bear with me, guys.
Still on the right token. On the right there.
Sorry about this, guys. Might edit this out
Oh,
on
you can do it.
YouTube. The joys of Roll20, folks. Right. I think that's almost everybody. Who have I missed? Right. I think I've got everybody back on the token layer. So, what was the plan of attack? Ronnie's going to get caught cheating. Yeah? As the distraction.
Causing a scene at least, so that the guards all need to go to the other room, so that I have the possibility to lockpick into the weapons storage. And get some of our weapons back. So if one would be captured and taken to the, we'll at least have the other guy that has contact with Ronnie.
Okay. So there's 2 guards down here. Right. So the thing is, there's the 2 guards. There's 8 guards dotted about this casino. If there's a disturbance in the casino, these 2 guards here aren't going to move from the front entrance. They're going to stay there. They would have to be. So they would have to go. Oh, but we need backup. It would have to be a major disruption before these guys would go out.
Yeah, but
Well, then the others have.
Some of them will come after me, though, won't they? That's better
Yes.
than. Yeah, that's. I don't think. Yeah, mine's more for me to get kidnapped and distract a few, and then these guys can take care of whatever's left, I guess.
Okay, so you're going to be in the casino. So, like, somewhere here, yeah? Right? Okay.
Yeah,
Tank, where are you going to be?
Sheffield.
Ready to grab the weapons?
Sheffield. Yeah, well, yeah, that's the plan, right?
Yep.
I'm coming to grab
And
the
Red
weapon.
Alert, are you
Yeah.
going to be grabbing weapons too, hopefully?
Yeah, if they needed to.
Sorry, Scoon?
Because otherwise, we could still cause a scene to get to the prisoners. And we do the part of the other plan we had, walk around, walk outside as if nothing's wrong, taking and then shoot the guy in the face.
So, the thing is, if you... Right, so there would have to be some major problem in the casino for the guards that are at the front to leave, to let you get a chance to lockpick in there. The way you're going to get your weapons is pretend to leave. That's how you're going to get your weapons.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. If you pretend to leave, if the rest of you pretend to leave, and Ronnie stays, that way you can do both plans. So Ronnie can get caught cheating and can get taken away, and the rest of you can be outside with your weapons ready to storm back in. That's the only way you're probably going to get your weapons back, unless you just kill everybody and then take them. But you would have to kill everybody first to take them.
So yeah, we'll just go out and take our weapons.
Okay, so you guys are all outside the building now. I'm gonna put these guys back inside, Linda and the gang.
Would we talked to Linda about this plan?
Oh, you want to tell Linda about the plan?
No, I'm asking the group if we would have.
Right, okay. And is that to give her like a heads up so she can get out the way and not get killed, basically?
Exactly. Would we have done that?
Would you give the same... Would you tell the jam bakers the same thing?
Everyone that's part of our group.
What do you think, guys? I think it's a good idea.
Oh yeah.
It means I can...
I think I would have talked, I would have said that to the group, like, what happened, what is happening on...
Yeah, so what
and get them out.
If you did do that, and you gave them warning, what that means is they could all go disappear to a room for the night, and not be in the way, and it's less NPCs for me to worry about getting killed. And then you could always meet up back up with them after.
Because I do not want, at least our group, our traveling caravan,
in fact,
to get hurt.
I think if you said that to Linda that you were going to do that, I think Linda and that would just maybe, right, okay, maybe we'll just move on and we'll jump on to the next place a bit quicker. We'll meet you at the next place if you're interested. I think that's what Linda and the guys would do. Just get out of here.
Okay.
I think they would just get out of here.
Yeah, because also, if Linda does die because of what we're planning here, we lose our income.
Yes, you lose an easy job and an easy income.
So I'm not saying this just because I'm selfish and I want to... Yes, because I want... Yeah.
Linda already made her money selling stuff already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure she's
So she's
done.
already
Yeah,
sold,
yeah.
so she doesn't need to make it.
Yeah. So then I've told Linda and the group before we go out what our plan is. What they do with it is up to them. But we're going to continue on with the plan.
Okay, so what I'm going to do then, to make my life easier, is I'm going to remove the jam bakers and Linda and the gang from the map for now. Okay? So, we've got Ronnie, you're going to be in the casino, and you're going to make a scene, right? Okay. And the rest
Murray's
of you...
gonna help. Murray's gonna help me, so I'm not like alone.
Yeah, so
Keeping Murray in there.
you and Murray are at the blackjack table. I don't know where... I was sure I had a token for blackjack. Blackjack is an NPC here. And I thought I had a token for him lying about somewhere. Oh, yeah. There he is. So that's him there. That's Blackjack there. Blackjack and Murray are friends, so... okay.
They're friends?
Yeah, Blackjack and Murray are friends. So...
But Blackjack's a game, not a character, not a person.
The dealer's name is Blackjack as well. Right, okay.
Oh, nice.
There is actually rules for playing cards if you want to, Martin, or you want to just get caught cheating or get caught being a dickhead straight away.
I mean, if we kill everyone, we're going to be taking all the money anyway, right?
Exactly.
And if not, we're probably going to be dead. So,
Exactly.
yeah, it's more that I'm happy for Murray to enact his little scene.
Okay. So, security will appear. Maxwell, so the guy at the bar, and his security Maxwell loudly decries to the visitors at the Mirage that you, Ronnie, will suffer the fate of all cheaters, and then orders 4 Mirage security guards to take the belongings and follow Cantor to a holding cell. And they are going to take you downstairs. So they strip your belongings and they lead you down a trapdoor behind the bar to a holding cell. Now, I just need to find the holding cell here so that I can read it to you.
But they don't take my Pip-Boy, right?
No, your
That's, like,
Pip-Boy's
connected
surgically
to me.
attached. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can still
They
use
don't
it.
take your
No,
clothes.
it's not. A pip isn't surgically attached.
No, it is. It's not surgically attached, but it's like it's like somehow attached to your actual. Like, to remove it, you need a doctor. It takes a doctor to remove it. It is.
I just meant they're not going to steal. They're not taking that
No,
off me,
it's not
otherwise
surgically attached, but it is like wired into you in a way.
It works like a sports watch. It just reads your heartbeat.
Yeah, but it's connected. It's got little spikes going into you. It's got actual tubes and cables going into your arm. It is actually connected to you. Right, where's the holding cell? Bear with me a second.
I don't know if I want a Pip-Boy now.
The holding cell. When the PCs allow themselves to be captured or are taken forcefully, they're brought into the bowels of Mirage and witness a horrific scene. I'm going to change the map just for a second, just so that Ronnie can see it. I'll move you all to so you can see it. You can all see it, right? And I'll put Ronnie's character on it. So, dozens.
This is a very looking map.
Dozens of captives wait below, forced to pedal exercises bikes to power Mirage's generator. So there are dozens of people here chained to exercise bikes, pedaling and pedaling and pedaling. And every now and again, Martin, you'll see somebody comes over. Now, these people appear to, the person appears to be dressed in the robes of a child of Atom. And you see they'll go up to somebody on one of the exercise bikes and they're whispering in their ear, and they've got a cloth with cold water, and they're wiping the person down and they're giving them a drink of water. And you notice that they're talking to like the most tired, most broken person on these bikes. And after a couple of minutes, the child of Atom speaking to this person on the bike will then undo their chains and take them away, and they leave. The child of Atom and the person that was chained to that bike will leave, and you are going to get chained to a bike. So you're you're not on a bike yet. You're in the holding cell. So you're here, right? So you're in the holding cell. The small cell smells bad, really bad, like the days-old sweat of hundreds of people forced to cram into two small conditions for weeks at a time. But the cell is...
This one hasn't been emptied for 3 weeks.
The cell isn't the worst of it. When a prisoner's turn comes, and you never know when you'll be next, Canthar's loyal guards lead captives into the so-called engine room. There, prisoners are chained to an exercise bike and told to start pedaling until they cannot anymore. All around, dozens and dozens of other prisoners accused of cheating wait for their next shift at the bikes. The air is filled with the sound of 100 old bikes whirring in exhausted unison. Occasionally robed figures enter the engine room, walking amongst the pedaling prisoners. When they stop, they kneel to wash the sweat from prisoners' heads with cool rags and gently whisper to them. According to the rumblings of the other captives, often the robed figures unchain prisoners and lead them away, never to be seen again. The rumour is that the Church of Atom offers freedom to those who agree to join the Atomites and attend sermons given by the last son of Atom and his most devout followers. This is the beating heart of Mirage. This is where you live now, unless you do something about it. But remember, the house always wins.
But where is the bike of the spinning teacher?
There's no instructor.
Oh.
Chris, this is a time to plug your spinning class. And this is like the perfect
I
opportunity.
fucking hate spin shit. Don't do it.
Oh well.
I'm not planning to. I couldn't keep up to with my leg.
So the four guards that brought you down here, 2 of them will go back upstairs, and 2 of them will stay here. Now, you are in a holding cell until somebody does something about that. So we will return to the rest of the group and the other map.
Okay.
Would you like to pull up your initiative, boys? Let me just ping the thing up.
Let me click on my initiative.
And we're going in all guns blazing. Remove Jack.
I'll probably be first as always.
And we did get super sledge, right?
Yeah, you bought the super sledge. You've got the super sledge. You can add that to your sheet if you want.
Sweet.
They got all their weapons, just didn't they?
Yes, and they got their weapons back.
We might try to get your weapons before we go.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, can you get my weapon for me?
Yeah, I'll say that you've got Ronnie's weapons. Ronnie's armor will be in a holding. Will be like in a locker outside the holding cell downstairs. So your armor is downstairs, Ronnie. But your weapons they now have. Your friends now have.
Very cool.
Oh, we do have them. Oh, I thought otherwise we just take out the guys up here. I will lockpick the weapons cache. Maybe we still do that because maybe we can get some nice weapons.
I need to count how many are on the thing here. 1, 2.
You said there were 8
There
in
are 8,
total.
but there's 2 downstairs though. That guy's still on the map layer.
So 6. That's 2.
So that I need to have 6 on this layer. Yeah.
2 here, I see.
Yep. 1, 2, 3 up the top. And then
I see
I've got
1
4,
here.
5, 6.
3, 4. That's not a guard, no, right? No.
No, that's
So 5,
so 1, 2,
6. Yeah, I see 6.
5, 6.
I see 6. 2 here.
Yep.
1 here. 1 here. 1 here.
Yep. I'm just gonna.
And 1 here.
What I'm gonna do then to make my life easier is I'm gonna draw some dots on them just to make them easier to find.
And Elise, thank you for the raid.
Yo, thanks for the raid, Raiders. Appreciate ya. So I'll put some yellow dots on them. It should just make them a bit easier to spot. And then if there is 8 on this map, which I think there is, we can just ignore the other 2. There's 6 just now.
3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 7. 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are 8 because there's also 1 here.
So remove him. Where about? Sorry, ping me, mate.
There.
Yep.
There. The rest of them that I see, you put a. Yeah, there are 2 here.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
There are now 7.
Yeah, there's 6 now. I removed 1.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, and I removed the wrong one and his initiative disappeared. So let me just pull up this character sheet again. Sorry, guys. Mirage security guard.
Yeah, they are all on the same initiative, I guess.
Yes. 12. And you guys will actually get the old surprise round. So whoever wants to initiate the combat can have a free attack, and then we go into initiative, because you guys are starting it. So
Do you want me to do it, guys? Because I'm going to be at the bottom anyway, so...
It's probably a good
I
idea.
go right
for you
ahead, dude. I was like, yeah, I just let him go right ahead.
Is this way the way in?
Yes, I don't know where the door is, but let's just say you get into there, right? In fact,
Okay.
I'd say that's the door. So to get in, you have to go like up round here and in there. Okay, so you go to there and you're
Well,
going to
it's my
attack.
turn, isn't it?
You're going to attack one of them. No, because Tank's going to initiate the combat, and then we'll go into initiative.
Oh, okay.
So Tank's going to start it. Go ahead, Tank.
Okay. Oh shit, why has this not got my target number on it?
Did you attach it to the skills?
Yeah, melee and strength.
Let me have a wee look.
It says my target number is 0.
Hang on a 2 secs, bud. I'll have a look at your sheet. So, Super Sledge. Strength. You've got it on athletics for a start. It should be on melee weapons.
Oh, well.
Breaking
Said that for me.
vicious. Okay. There you go. It's got your target number on
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
That's a hit. That are 2 of 3 successes
So you
even.
gain 2
Damn.
action points. You have 5 currently. You can roll some damage. This will be fun. Ooh. 7 with breaking. So
Again with accurate.
So give me, it's 9 damage. Give me the body part, and I'll see what its resistance is, and then you're gonna actually knock some of that down because of the breaking. So 8 is the torso. So his resistance on his torso is 3. So it's 9. So he's going to take 6 damage, and you're going to knock his
Armor down by 1.
You're going to knock his armor down to 1. So let me adjust this. Oh no, because I don't
it's
understand.
not.
Sorry,
down by
it's,
1. It's not 1.
9 damage.
It's down by 2.
Cause fishes.
It's down by 2. Yeah, it's down by 2 because you got rolled 2 effects. So I'll just put a marker on him so that we can remember. So we remember his torso is his armor's down to 1. So he takes 7 damage on his torso, which is also a crippled torso. So he will be taking
Internal
bleeding damage at the end of his turn. Right, Chris, would you like to do anything else?
Can I spend 2 action points to attack?
He only takes 6 actually, because it's 7 minus 3. Sorry, so he's got 6 left. You want to spend 2 action points to take another action? Yes, you can. You've got 3 left.
Leave those 3 for me, please.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be that greedy. And because I have Action Boy, this is no more difficult.
Oh, Action Boy, that's one of the best perks in the game. So that's 3 successes. You gain 2 more action points. There you go. You've got 5 to play with, Skoon. Well, unless Chris decides to spend some of these on damage. Remember, you can spend up to 3 action points to spend an extra 3 damage dice. Wow.
Ah, sorry, I don't think I'll worry. 11.
It's 12 damage. It's 12 damage, so he's dead.
12.
Oh.
He's dead.
12. Because you're vicious.
Yep, it's 12 damage. He is dead. And you hit him in the leg. You hit him in the leg, so his left leg armor is broken, and his chest armor is broken. So remember that if you loot his body. But he's dead. He's absolutely dead. So I guess that's your turn. Tank, and we go into the initiative order, so it's now Norm.
Where's the door? Or is this just a opening?
Door's here, I think. This
Well,
map is
why are we
not
standing
designed.
here?
The map is not designed for this scenario.
Oh. Well,
the
because
the door is there, mate. That's where the door is.
Okay, then I am going in. Going to attack this guy.
Okay, are you going to move into this zone so that you're in the same range?
I have range close.
Okay, that means the same zone, not the zone next to it. It's the same zone, or you get plus 1.
Then, yeah.
Chris, we totally
I'm going
forgot. You
to-
had rerolls on both those attacks, by the way, because of your alcohol. Not that you needed them.
But I'm going to take the minor aim.
Okay. No, you've moved, so you're going to have to spend an action point to do that. So that's
Then I'll do that.
That's an action point to aim because you've moved. Okay.
Yeah. That is a 2 successes.
Success, you gain an action point.
I
You are
am
on
now
5.
going to use my accurate. Spend 3 action points to add 3 damage dice.
Nice.
And it doesn't cost me any extra bullets.
Doesn't cost any ammo, yeah.
So I'm going to roll the damage with 3 extra dice. Even though I have fire rate 2, I still get that. So 1 bullet. There should be an extra effect here, but I think I have placed it on the wrong one because I also have
That's got
fishes.
Yeah, so that is 9 damage with 1 piercing.
Piercing.
So what body part is it? No, with 3 piercing. You're ignoring. It doesn't matter. You're ignoring all his ammo. It has 3 armor. You're ignoring it all. It's 9 damage. Roll me a body part for what part you're crippling. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I've changed it in my weapon, so now it will. Next time it will be on the right one.
Okie dokie. Yes, roll me a body
And
part.
it is
He has got a crippled
on
right leg.
The 19, which is the right leg.
Yep. So he falls prone.
So 9 damage with 3 piercing on the right leg.
Yep. 9 damage. Okay. Would you like to do anything else?
Energy damage. So I don't know if he has resistance to energy.
Let me double check. His energy is 3 all over as well.
Still, it's piercing.
Yeah, it was 9 damage. That's good. Like, it's piercing and vicious, so 9 damage. Would you like to do anything else? You've got 5 action points.
You know what? Why not? I'll attack again.
Okay. Shooting him, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a success.
Yeah, but your difficulty's 2 to hit him this time because you don't have action boy. But you,
No,
yes, your aim only accounts for the first attack. It doesn't count for the second
Yeah.
attack.
I'm not going to use aim again, but
Yeah, okay. So you miss with that one.
so
Unless you
then
like to spend a
I-
luck point and reroll your 17.
you know what? Why not?
Your
I'm going
target's
to
14. Your chances are good, almost 75%. You've got 70%
I'm going
chance.
to roll. That would be
You've got a 70% chance of succeeding.
a perception energy weapon. Nope.
Unlucky. Okay. So now we're going to go... I'm going to let... Because you guys acted first, I'm actually going to put red alert above the security guards in the initiative. So it's your turn, Max.
Okay. So he
At least he's
basically gets.
crippled.
Yeah.
So there,
So they're
yeah,
taking care of that one.
You start there, and then anywhere in here or here is one zone away.
Well, he knows he's counting that, so he is going to go right about here. Can I go over here? No.
So from there to there is actually 2 zones. So you would have to use a sprint, which is a major action. So you can use a major action and get to there.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. Is he's just trying to huff it where she was taken. So he just, was like, you guys got this,
okay.
and he's running.
So she was taken down a trapdoor behind the bar.
Oh, over here?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he's huffing that way.
So you
I guess I'm more
to,
like
to the
over
edge
here.
of that zone then, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Right, okay, so it's the security guards' turns next. So, let's do 6 security guards. We're probably not going to finish this combat in the session, guys. We're probably going to be halfway through it by the end of the session. But let's do this clockwise, right? So, this one is going to take the... now, if he goes to... There, that's one zone. And if he goes to... So he's going to go to there, and he's going to still shoot. And he's going to attempt to shoot at Norm. Now he's 2 zones away. So that is medium. That's actually long range if he's 2 zones away. Yeah, it's long range. So he is going to have a +1 difficulty on this because his range is medium. So he's got a difficulty of 2. How many action points does GM have? 4. I'm going to spend 3. I'm going to spend.
Damn it.
I'm going to spend 3 of them and get 2 additional dice.
Is he shoot?
Oh, I got a complication. I've got 2 successes and a complication. So with a complication, I'm going to just give you guys an action point, so you're up to 6. But I get 1 from... Oh no, I needed 2 successes to hit, didn't I?
Yeah, because you had you are medium range and you were fighting long range.
Yeah, and my thing is medium, so that is a miss. Okay, right, so that was him.
And then you needed 2 successes then, right?
Eh?
You needed 2 successes.
He needed 3.
I thought you said...
Oh no, he needed 2, you're right, he needs 2, so that is a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hit.
That is a hit.
And he's got a special ability, and I'm going to use it.
That's fair.
I always forget to use the special abilities with NPCs. Now I'm going to have to put a mark on him to say that he's used it. So Blueus has used special ability, okay? Now this could be fun. Once per combat, the guard can increase the difficulty of... Oh no, so I've got to increase the difficulty, so forget it. He's not using the special ability, he's just going to roll damage. Six on this body part. He doesn't have any
6 on.
doesn't have any effect, so he hits you in the right leg. What's your physical resistance?
And you only get 3 damage.
So you take 3 damage to your right leg. And that's his turn. Okay, next, it's this one. He's gonna go...
Technically, I only have 1 hit point of damage because I had 2 extra...
He's gonna run to the end of the next zone as well. And he's gonna take a shot at Norm. But he's not gonna increase the difficulty because he's already got a difficulty of 2. So it's 1... Yeah, he's got a difficulty of 2 on this. How many action points have I got? 1. I'm spending it. Oh, and I gained 2 back. No, I gained 1 back because his difficulty was 2. Yeah, difficulty is 2, so I gained 1 back. So I've got 1 action point. Okay. Let's roll the damage.
That's curious. Who's he attacking?
You.
Why?
4 on this body part. Torso. What's your physical on the torso?
2.
2, so you take 2 damage. Okay, that's his turn. Next, it'll be this one. So
My leather armor is now better than my combat armor.
Because of the mods. So he's going to also take a shot, and he's going to shoot at tank this time. And it's across 1, 2, so he's got a difficulty of 2 to hit you. And I don't have... Oh, I've got 1 action point, so I'm going to spend my 1. He's got 2 successes, but he's got a complication. Now, you guys are on full action points, so I'm going to say with this complication, I'm going to roll... I've got the complications table here. One of you guys roll me a d20. Martin, as soon as you're not involved in the scene, you can roll a d20. $19. Ricochet. One of your shots went a little astray and you hit something you perhaps didn't want to. This might be an ally near the target or a fuel canister. Yeah, let's say he hits an ally. So he's going to hit his friend, the one that's still standing. So let's roll the damage.
He's hitting the guy in front of me.
Yes. 2 on what body part? 2 on his torso. But this guy has 3 reductions, so he doesn't take any damage. Okay, so that's that one's turn. Now it's this one. So this one's going to go...
Complication override the successes?
No, complications and successes both count. You get the success and you get the complication.
Aye, so then he does hit as me as well.
He also hits you as well, yes, sorry. So he also hits you. So it's 2 damage, and I'll roll a separate body part for you. It's 2 physical on your... I think that's left arm. Wait, 9, 10, 11 is left arm.
Right
12 is
right
right
arm.
Doesn't matter, doesn't do anything unless he hit me in the head.
Doesn't do anything? Okay. So that was him. Now this one's going to move to the edge of this zone. And do the same thing. Shoot at tank with a difficulty of 2. And get you.
Okie doke.
This is not going to hurt you unless I hit your head, is it? 17.
Well, no, 3, mate. 3 will give me 1. 17.
17's
so
a
that's
left
low.
leg.
Okay,
So that gives, that gives you 1, does it?
Yeah, I'll take 1 on that.
Okay. Right, so that's all those ones. Now, the last one I've got to do is this one. Now, he's prone, so it's a major action for him to even get up. And he's going to attempt to shoot you. But problem is, he's at close range when his gun's best suited for medium range, so it's going to be difficulty too.
Oh, we don't mind.
And he's going to miss you. Okay, so that's the security. It's now Tank's turn.
Tank, take this guy out.
Okay. But you didn't tell me what to do.
Sorry, I'm just
No,
moving him out the way just to get him to clear up for you. Okay, that's going to generate an action point. Now, Chris, you have 6, so you need to spend this or you're losing it. So do you want to put it into the damage?
How does that work?
Each action point up to 3 gives you 1 extra dice on damage.
So do I add that into my fire rate?
It's not fire rate, it'll ask you how many, because it's a melee weapon, it'll ask you how many extra dice to roll. You can roll 1 for free and you'll still have 6 action points. So you can roll 1 extra dice on your damage and you'll still have 6 action points. Because that's a loose action point.
Right. How much do I spend to roll the extra dice here?
Is that your roll without action
Yeah,
points?
that's my roll without. Yeah.
Okay. So just roll one more dice, and that's your free
12
action
damage.
point. Yeah, just roll 1 more dice. That was 5 more dice. That was 7 more dice. I'll just count the first one.
13 damage.
No, because he didn't roll all them.
14 damage.
Because he didn't roll all them. He only rolled the first one of them. So it's...
Yeah, that's why I counted only 1.
So it's 9 plus 3 for the vicious. So it's 12 damage. What's the body part? Because he has got 3. So on his
right leg.
So on his right leg. So he goes prone again, and he's got 2 broken legs. So he's not getting back up.
No, I believe that one leg is broken because I also hit it on
Was
the
that
right.
the same leg? So you've hit him in the same
I
broken
believe
leg.
so.
So he goes down again. He's got only 1 hit point left.
I think now that leg isn't just broken; it's shattered.
And he
First a
also
laser
doesn't have
pistol
the
shoots it,
armor.
then a hammer hits it. There's nothing left of that leg.
And he also has no armor on that leg as well, because you broke his armor, yes.
Yeah.
But he has 1 hit point left. Would you like to do
It
anything
must
else?
have been an
Karen?
adventurer like us.
I remind
But
you
he
there
took a hammer to the knee.
I remind you there are 6 action points if you want to do anything else.
I may as well fuck him up.
You gonna go for the 2 and the 1, or just the 2? Oh, you've got Action Boy. You don't need the extra one, do you?
Action boy, yeah.
Oh, you get 1 back, so you're back up to 5. Okay, now this
Nice.
guy's got 1 hit point, so don't waste your action points rolling extra damage here. Oft. Right, yeah, he's fucking dead. He's
12
dead,
damage.
dead.
Just for flavor, why not?
Yeah.
It
was the right leg.
Leg.
You basically, you broke his leg. You broke 1 leg in 3 places with a super sledgehammer. Imagine what that leg looks like. The armor,
Like I said,
the armor's
there
paper
is
mache.
no more leg.
Yeah, then there's no more armor.
There is no more leg.
The armor's paper mache now at this rate, so he's fucking going as well.
And I haven't used my miner to move, so
No,
I'm
yeah, that's
go
true. You haven't used
here.
a miner to move. Now that's moving 2 zones, so that would be a sprint, which you
Is
can't
it?
do. You can move 1 zone.
sorry. I thought that was one. Okay.
So that's 1 zone, and that's another one.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to move to the top of the next round. Now, we're at 8:45. I don't want to finish much later than 9:15, so we've got half an hour left. So let's maybe play 1 more round of combat. Besides, Martin's not going to be involved in the rest of the game, unfortunately. So let's get another round of combat out the way, and then when we do the next session, Martin can get back involved. So, I don't feel bad, because Martin chose to split the party. So, Norm, it's your turn.
I'm going this way.
Okay. That's only 1 zone so far.
Yeah, I'm going through this part. So.
Yep.
And if I do it like this, it is also close, right?
Yeah. Well, technically, no. Technically, you are in the next zone, so it does count as medium. Technically.
Wait.
But if he's at the edge of the
wait.
zone and you're at the edge of the zone, I don't see any reason why I shouldn't call that close.
Why do I only have 1 hit point? That's incorrect.
Yeah, I think I accidentally took them off the wrong person, mate. Yeah, it's 'cause-
Seriously.
Yeah, it's because I took them off when I was trying to take them off him. I took them off you by accident. Sorry.
Still have 10.
Yeah. I mean,
So
technically, you're in the zone. Technically, you're in the zone next to him. So I would say if you wanted to use your major action to sprint, you can be in this zone. But then you'd have to spend action points to attack, because it would be a second major action. But to stick to the
yeah,
rules...
I think I'm gonna do that. I'm going to go here
Okay,
and use 2 action points to attack.
okay. Well, you had 5, so you're now down to 3.
That's at least a hit.
That is
2
a-
successes.
That is a hit, because you needed the 2, so that's no action points. Yep, you may roll some damage, sir.
To use my fire rate instead? No.
So it's 1
for,
piercing. So yeah, roll me a
4
body
damage.
part. Roll me a body part, because it matters with these
No, wait,
guys. You're only getting 2
Before I
wounds.
forget, 57 ammo.
And yeah, give me a body part, please.
Working on it.
4 is the torso. Okay. So so you're ignoring 1 damage resistance, and it's 4 with 2, so 2 goes through. But you break his torso.
No.
His torso armor is now
3 go through.
2 go through.
3. Vicious.
Oh yeah, vicious. No, so it's 4. Yeah, you've got vicious, so you are rolling 4 damage, but he has 3 protection, and you've only rolled 1 piercing. So it's-
Protection?
Yeah, he has protection, so it's 3 damage. So no, he has 3 protection. You've rolled 4 damage, so it's only 1 damage.
1 piercing.
It's 2. It's 2 because you've got 1 piercing. So you do 2 damage, but you reduce the armor on his chest down to 2 because of the breaking. So it's
I don't
So
have
still takes
breaking.
2.
Oh, you don't have breaking, right? Sorry, so you don't do
Nice
that.
pierce
to him.
one.
Yeah. So you do 2 damage to him. Okay. And then it's Red Alert's turn.
Red Alert gets like over the bar, try to find where the trap door is.
You find the trapdoor.
He smashes through the trap door.
Yeah, it's give me a okay. You want to smash it? Give me a test. Then we'll have a strength, unarmed, difficulty 1.
Okay.
Oh,
So
that's
would-
easy
Obviously,
for
I
you.
just do it.
It's a wooden trapdoor.
Yeah, I'll just do it. I'll just do it in the tech. Apparently the same thing.
Yeah, you can just do an unarmed attack on it. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah,
1 success gets you through it.
I'm gonna spend 1 AP.
Okay.
This
You got 4 successes. You get 3 action points back. So you spent 1, so you go down to 2, and you got 3 back, so you're up to 5. Okay. So you smash the trapdoor. You see a ladder going down.
I jump down.
You jump down. Like slide
No,
down
I-
the ladder, or actually just jump down?
Yeah,
'Cause I might-
slide down the ladder.
Right. Okay. I want an athletics agility difficulty 1 to do that then, because that's cool.
Nice.
But then that'll be your end of your turn, because that's you done 2 major actions. So that's
Oh,
kind of,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
kind of
that's-
more.
that's-
It's kind of more than you should do. But this one's kind of a movement. It's a movement, but I want a skill test for it.
Yeah, but
Alright, I'm gonna spend 1.
he gets 3 action points, so 2 has to be used.
No. You are only on 5 currently. You've not got any extras.
He only did you add the extra ones then? For the 4 successes.
Yes. Because he spent 1, so you only gained 3.
Oh.
Roll me an athletics agility with a difficulty 1 max.
I'm gonna spend 1 AP to hopefully
okay.
succeed.
You go down to 4.
I will spend a luck point to reroll that one.
Listen, the complications before you spend your luck. I'm going to say that the complication is because you got a success, so you managed to slide to the bottom. I'm just going to say that you lose your footing at the bottom, and I'm going to make you roll 1 damage dice. Now remember, it could come up blanks. So before you spend your luck point, it's only going to be 1
Okay.
damage dice of falling damage. It's up to you.
Just take it.
Take the damage.
I'll take it.
It could come up a
It would
blank. and you still-
be bludgeoning damage, so if it's 1 damage, you still don't get any damage.
Also, though,
Uh.
remember, I am refreshing luck every session. Use the luck.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I'm doing.
refreshing luck every session. Just use the luck. So re-roll that 20.
And wouldn't fall damage be bludgeoning?
Yeah.
Or
Physical.
physical?
Yeah, it's physical damage. But
Yeah, so you have armor all over your body.
no,
so you won't take any damage.
No. Falling damage goes past armor. Armor doesn't count for falling damage.
Well, alright. Well, it's number 20, so
Yeah,
I want success.
you got rid of the complication, so you managed to stay on your feet. Now it's going to be the security guards.
Thank you. Follow solid 10 D&D.
Okay, so it's going to be the security guards. You might have to wait for 2 minutes though, because I have to make a quick bathroom break, guys. So bear with me just a wee second. I won't be long. My house is tiny. The bathroom's right there.
Wash your hands.
Always, mate. Always. I'll be back in 2 minutes, guys. Talk tactics or whatever. I'll be back in 1 minute.
How many bad guys do I need to beat up before we finish?
There are still 1, 2, 3, 4 left.
How's prison, Martin? Have you dropped the soap yet? That's good. I'm glad.
A female. I'm a female, so it's different. We do us very friendly.
Females
We just
can
pass
drop.
each other the soap.
Yeah, but if she drops the
I've
soap,
watched
the other
Orange is the
person,
New
the
Black,
person
that's a load
doesn't
of shit.
care.
That's a load of shit. Orange is the New Black. There's very little difference between male and female.
I've only been in there, I think, about a minute, so I've not been fiddled with yet. But I mean, there's still time. Depends how long you guys take to rescue me, I guess.
I think Ronnie would now be surprised that there's suddenly a big crash and a robot comes.
For the record, Orange is the New Black was an excellent show, Chris. I loved it. I watched.
Never
that
watched
start
it.
to finish. Oh, it's really good, man. Really, really good. It's got Captain Janeway from Star Trek in it as this.
Yeah, it also got Donna. It also got Donna.
Right. So we have how many guys left? The 4. So we'll go with this guy first, right? So he is going to back up a bit so that he's not, so that he's actually in medium range and gets the best range on his gun.
So sad there's no attack of opportunity in this game.
Nope.
I would have fucked him up.
Gets 1 success. I've got no action points, that sucks.
4 physical damage to
the torso.
Damn it.
How many do you take?
2.
Okay, so that's his turn. Now we've got next.
Otherwise, if it was anywhere else except the head, it would be only 1 damage.
So this one's going to move to that zone. He's going to take a shot at you. Oh yes, I'm gonna put Norm down and then end the session. This is going to be fucking excellent.
Then maybe to find a way to have my backup character down in that cellar.
Maybe. Well, I'm going to gain an action point there. And he's going to hit you. For 1. Oh no. What's that sucky roll? 1 on the torso. Do you not take anything from that?
But if you would have hit me in the head, I'd still had damage.
Okay, so I've got the last 2. They're both going to do the same thing. They're both going to shoot at you. They're both in medium range. So, same attacks. Let's just load them both up. First one, no successes.
Miss.
Second one, no successes.
Not even a
Complication.
complication.
Ooh, okay, I'm going to roll the d20 this time. 5 on a small gun's complication is wasteful. You fire more than you thought you did, lose 1 additional shot of ammunition. Okay.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, so that's the security guards. What time are we at? We're only at 9 o'clock, so let's go with tank. Let's do another round, I think. Let's finish this round at least anyway, because tank's still on this round. Right.
Yeah.
Tank. Yeah, let's finish this round at least and then see where we are, and then we'll decide what we want to do. Right, tanky boy.
Well, Tank, you could go and take the guy in front of me.
You got 1 there, and you've got 3 over here.
If I go from where I am now to melee range of the guy in front of Norm, that's going to be a sprint, right? So that's 2 zones.
Yes, so that's a major action.
Right, so I'll do that, and then I'll spend 2 action points then
To
to
attack. Yeah.
attack.
Okay, so you have
And
2
then-
currently.
I'm as sunny as Santos in August, and you're gonna get your face smashed.
You gain an
2
action point.
successes.
You have 3. Ooh.
8 damage.
8 damage. Roll me a body part. That's not a body part.
Oh shit!
That's
Sorry,
a
that's
D8.
D8, yeah.
5's the torso. So he has 3 reduction So you'll do 5 damage, so it is a crippled torso.
And a broken armor on the torso.
And it breaks his armor by 2 points, so he only has 1 armor on his torso currently. Chris. So you've already done an extra major action, so that's your turn, unless you want to do anything. No, that's you, yeah. Okay.
Internal bleeding, right?
Yep, he's got internal bleeding. He doesn't take that until his turn, though. I definitely think we've got enough time to get another turn. I think we might actually be able to finish this combat so that we can start the next session with the rescue of Ronnie. Let's try and do that. I think we've got enough time for that. Norm, It's your turn.
Make all the bad guys run to me so I can just fuck them all up.
I'll just...
That's a good way to end it.
Take that one.
Yep.
I'll move here. And attack the one up there.
Okay. He's not that big. His token's too big. Shouldn't be that big. 2 successes, you can gain an action point. You are up to 4.
Yeah, I had to do aim before if I wanted to do that. But...
Yeah. And that's this one here, yeah? Okay. Give me some damage.
Yeah.
I reckon you can finish these guys off. I reckon we can clear this combat before we move into the next set.
6
6
damage with 1 piercing.
Give me the body part then.
On the...
Left
That
leg.
is the left leg.
6, so it's yeah, so 6, but he's got 3, so he takes 3 damage. No, he's got 3, and you've done 6, but you've got 1 piercing, so he takes 4 damage.
Yeah.
He takes 4 damage. Getting the hang of this
How
eventually,
many
guys.
do you have?
Many action points? You have 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna try another attack.
Okay.
That's a hit.
That is a success. You may roll some damage. So 6.
7.
7 with
1 piercing.
7 ignoring 1 armor. Right, okay. Roll me the body part. On his left arm.
Yep.
And he's got reduction of 3, so he'll take 4. Okay. Okay. Red Alert's turn. Now, we're going to have to take Red Alert off this map. We're going to quickly run to this map. And then Red Alert, you're going to decide what you're doing down here. So, Red Alert, you are here. What would you like to do? I've not made zones. But I'll assume, for now, you're in the same zone. You arrive on the same zone as these guys.
Yep.
What would you
He
like
just
to
looks
do?
around and is like, ooh. Charge and attack.
Okay, let's do it.
Right. How much AP do we have?
What's your initiative? Like, remind me what your initiative is.
It's a 12.
12. Yeah, so your action points, you have 2 seconds. They're on another screen. You have 2.
Okay. I'm gonna spin 1 to try to hit.
And I'd say it's a surprise attack as well, which I believe you get +2 damage on.
I believe so.
To roll 2 extra
Ronnie,
damage.
you
dice
enough
if you-
beds in there, do you?
Oh no, I got a hit.
You got to hit him first, yeah. That
Yeah,
is
yeah, so
definitely
there you
going to
go.
hit him. So you needed 1, so you
Yeah.
gained 3. So somebody remind me when I change maps that you've got 3 more action points. Okay? Would you like to roll damage and add 2 extra dice to it?
Yep.
Oh. 9 with 3 piercing, so you're ignoring all his armor. Give me the body part.
I'll just do this.
That's his right leg. So he's got 3 hit points left. He falls prone. You have 5 action points. Would you like to take another turn?
Yes, I'm gonna do another 2 to do another hit.
Okay. So you have 3 action points.
All right.
Would you like to roll an extra dice?
No, because I think I only still need to hit one. And you only need to
No,
do one because he's on the ground, right?
Yeah, he's prone, that's right. The difficulty goes down. So your difficulty is 0 to hit him, plus 1 for the extra attack. So it's only 1 difficulty to hit him. So you've got 3 action points. So just remember it. Go for it. So that's 3 successes. You needed 1, so you have 5 action points.
Okay.
Roll me some damage. He's dead.
7.
Oh, no, he's not dead. Oh, you've got 2 piercing? Yeah, he's dead. He's dead.
Yep. That's it. And I'll face the other guy.
Is your unarmed claw attack an energy damage?
Yeah, because he got you got the shock mod.
Shock mod.
Oh yeah. Shocking.
Okay, so
It was quite a shocking experience, actually.
we have 5 action points and we move back up the stairs.
All right, have fun, boys.
Have fun, boys! Right, let me adjust your action points. You have 5, and it is Tank's turn.
Oh, Tank is gonna go
Tank
crazy.
with 5 action points. This could be interesting.
Did the other guys, they all move?
No, you've got this guy in front of you, and there's 3 guys right in this zone next to.
I could swear, mate. See, I don't think they've had a go.
Who's this?
No,
I don't think the NPCs have had a go.
This is the singer. This is Fusion Susan.
Okay.
Sorry, that's Fusion Susan. I should have removed her.
I was like, what? There's an extra character here.
And that's Old Man Murray, up there.
The NPCs.
Yeah, and Blackjack.
Yeah, they're not involved in the combat. They're not having turns.
I know, but the guards, are they not after Red Alert?
Yeah, they are. You're right. It's not Tank yet. It's the guards. Thank you, Chris. You are right. It's the guards. Right. So we've got the one that's next to you is going to move back a zone. Oh no, he's not. Is he prone? No, he's the internal bleeding one. He's not prone. So he's going to move back a zone and take a shot at you. And hit you. Four to this body part. That's a left leg, I think.
So I take 2.
You take 2. Okay, so then we have these 3. So this one, he's going to back up into that zone, and he's going to shoot at you, Norm. And he's got a complication and a success. I think with the complication, I'm just going to give you an action point. So you guys are up to 6, and I'm going to roll the damage. Ooh, 5. This is going to be a close one, you know. That's a left arm. 5 in the left arm, Scoop.
Only got 2 damage.
You're only taking 2. Not bad, not bad. So that was him. We've now got these 2, who are also going to move. Oh no, they are 1 zone away. Oh no, yeah, they're going to move to here and here to be 1 zone away, and they're also going to.
Damn it.
In fact, one of them's going to turn and shoot at Tank. Get a success.
Maybe I should have put in the 1 here, so...
4 on this body part, Tank. Torso. No, 5 on the torso.
So I take 2 from that, or sorry, 3.
Okay. And then
damage.
The other one is going to shoot at Norm.
Sure. Kill me.
Oh, he's missed. Right, so that...
Both 19s.
That was the security guards. Now it's your turn, Tank.
Okay,
Can we finish them off? Can we finish them off before the end of the session, guys? I reckon we can. It's 10 past 9.
I'm gonna go here.
We would have gotten 38 caps if this was the slots.
Yeah, you would. Oh yeah, right. Yes. Okay. And I will remind you. You have 6 action points, Chris. You now have 2 in the bank. You've got 2 loose ones. So you might want to
use them.
You might want to throw some extra damage into this.
I don't know how to add additional damage.
Right, just roll 2 damage dice then. Just go up to the top left of your sheet and roll 2 damage dice.
It's already 10.
It's 12.
12 damage.
Right, give me the body part.
Damn.
It's left arm. Okay.
That left arm is shattered.
Yeah, so the left arm is shattered. You destroy his armor on it, but the armor does soak up 3 of the damage. So what was the damage? 12. So the armor soaks up 3, but is destroyed. And he takes 9 hit points, so he's got a crippled arm now. His gun being two-handed is now unusable.
Yay.
Right, and then I'm going to spend 2 action points
Okay.
to attack the other one.
Okay.
Since he's now unarmed.
Yep.
No harder difficulty because
Because you've got
I
action,
suppose-
boy. So you gain 3,
Yeah.
so you've got 6 with 1 loose one. You've got 6 with 1 left over. So when you roll the damage, when you press the thing, it'll ask you if you want to add any extra dice.
Aye.
So add at least 1 there, because you've got a free one.
Can I do 2 again?
Yep, you can add up to 3, and you'll still have 4 action points.
Okay, well then let's do 3 and then hope that this kills him.
It could. 10, 11, 12, 13. Which body part? His head. Let me just check something.
Whoa.
He's got nothing on his head.
13 damage on the head.
He's got nothing on the head. He's got no reduction on the head.
Does that mean his head is just popped like a grape?
So you're
Oh
super...
shit! Here, I'm a dickhead. I have bloody mess as well. So all these cunts that I've hit with crits have fucked.
Yeah. Tell you what, let's just kill him, Chris. He's dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead. Let's not even work out the semantics, but you killed both of them because you've got bloody mess, mate.
Yeah.
So there
Definitely, because when oh no wait, I don't have bloody mess, never mind. Only one of them died. Only one of them died. I'm mixing up characters now.
Tank, could you maybe keep their eyes off me?
And then
And I'm not talking about that they're looking at me, but more that his eye just landed on me.
for I can't do another
no, you can do another
minor
minor
action.
You can do another minor action because the only minor action you did was move. So if you spend an action point, you can do another minor action like move again.
But
No,
then I
no,
could.
you can't move again. You can't move as an extra minor action. You can't do an extra move. Sorry.
Okay, well then that's the end of my turn.
That's
then.
you then. Okay. Norm. Let's see if we can finish these guys off. You've got 3 left.
Yeah, it's 1 extra difficulty if I try to hit him, right?
If you try to hit, what do you mean try to hit him? Yeah, because he's 1 zone away. Yes, so difficulty's 2.
I'm going to do it, and I'm going to use aim.
Okay, so you're getting a reroll. I'll remind you, you've got 4 action points.
Wait, then I can just move here,
You can just move into the same zone, and it's difficulty 1.
and I use 1 action point for aim.
Okay. So you've got the reroll.
Then I'll reroll the 20.
Because you got a complication. You've hit
That's
him
the
though.
reroll.
Yep, you've hit him though.
So I will reroll with a that is perception energy weapon. That's an extra success, so that would be an extra
Action point back
But I am going to use 3 action points
to add extra damage.
for 3 extra damage dice.
Ooh.
9
It's irrelevant. He's dead.
damage with 3 piercing.
Yeah, he's dead. You can roll the body part to see what
I
his
think
death
he will
looks
turn
like
into
if
a
you
smoldering.
look. Yeah. Yeah, he turns into a just pile of ash. Somehow all his inventory's there though.
Yeah. Somehow the inventory stays in the ash. I don't know how they do it, but
Right.
it's also how is it that a rats, if you kill them, they might have caps.
Right. So is that your turn? So we're moving on to Max.
Yeah,
All
kill
right.
that other one, Max. The last one will be
he
easy
comes
for
up
us.
there, and he's like looming over his guy.
There's
It's like,
one
sorry
action
about your
point.
death, and he's come. Yep. All right, we got one action point left.
Yep. Spending it.
Yep.
Okay, you got 2 back, so you have 2 action points. You want to chuck them into damage and kick this guy's cunt in?
Yep.
Roll 2 extra dice on your damage then.
Yep.
Ho 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 ho. 11 with 4 piercing, so you're ignoring all his armor. Right, okay, give me the body part because you're going to cripple it.
Since that guard is standing with his back to Red Alert, does this mean Red Alert is doing a state exam with...
Yeah. So, that is his torso. You should cripple his torso and he's got 1 hit point left.
Oh, so at the end of his turn he's dead.
Oh yeah, because
no,
he has
'cause he can
the
roll-
trauma damage.
He can roll blanks. You can roll blanks. It's a roll, remember. Okay?
Yeah.
So you spent...
That's it.
there's no action points for you to take another turn. Okay. So, back upstairs to the security guards. Now, I'll go back downstairs and let the one downstairs fight back first. So, he's going to turn around and he's going to move out of the zone so that he can shoot you with no penalty. And he's going to hit you for 3 damage. In the right leg, or your thrusters, I think it is for you. No, it's right leg for you. So 3 minus your resistance on the right leg. And
That's 4 resistance.
he then rolls 2 damage dice for his internal bleeding. See if it finishes him off. Yes, it does.
Oof. Oh, he's dead.
He is dead. Okay, back upstairs.
The rest,
And
there's only 1 left.
There's 3 left. No, 2 left. 2 left. 1 here and 1 here. So the one here is going to move
Where's
there.
the other one?
Here. There's one next to
there.
Tank still alive. So this one here is going to take a shot at you, Norm. He's going to hit you for 2 damage on
Question now is where?
right arm, I think. So wait,
Then no
9,
damage.
10, 11, yeah, right arm, no damage. And he then rolls 2 damage dice because this is the one with the internal bleeding. Let's see if the internal bleeding can finish him off. 1. No, it doesn't. He had 5 hit points left. So he's still going.
Oh.
And we have this one. Now this one, what body part was fucked on him?
His left arm
Yeah, it was his left arm. So he's
was
going to...
shattered.
So he's going to spend a minor action to change weapons. And he's going to try and hit you with a machete.
Well, he's a big target, so
0 successes and a complication. With the complication, I'm just going to give you an action point. Okay. And that's the turn of the security guards. So, Tank, it's your turn. See if we can finish this.
Okay.
Because if you do finish it, then we can all run downstairs and reunite.
Did you roll
Johnny.
for his internal bleeding?
It was this one that had eternal bleeding, and yes, I did roll it.
Aye. That's alright.
He took 1
I'm
damage.
just
from it.
checking.
Yeah, he took 1
Just
damage from it. So yeah, if you guys manage to finish these guys off, then you can run down the hatch and we can reunite with Ronnie for the end of the session, which would be nice. That's a success. Roll me some damage. And he's going to be dead. Oh, aye. 5 with 3 vicious. He's only got 3 hit points. He's dead.
And see to be a cunt, can I re-roll that strength test because I'm drunk
Yes, you can.
and see if I can get an action point?
So you can re-roll 1 dice on it, I think. So no, you
Oh,
can
no,
get
I
a
didn't.
complication.
It's at least a natural 20.
I'm just gonna take an action point for the complication, Chris. Okay. Right. So that was tank.
Okay.
No.
No?
Can I not move and then spend 2 action points?
Yes, you can move and then spend 2 action points.
Right. So then 2 action points.
Okay. So you're down to 0.
Get fucked. Sorry, Max, if you wanted to use any of these, I'm kind of just taking them off.
Max doesn't have any enemies anymore.
You've just
And
gained
we already
one.
get one back.
You got one back. 5.
5.
8.
With 3 vicious, it's 8. He's got 4 hit points. He's dead. He is dead.
I hit him in the
Left leg.
again. I love hitting them in the leg, like. Right, so that's all of the bad guys cleared here. So I take it then over the next turn, me and Norm are gonna zoom to the stairwell.
Yeah. We're walking here,
but-
go down.
Old man Murray's going to follow you. So, let me move.
He's gonna move his from blackjack?
Oh, sorry, Norma. I just want you all together so that I can copy, mate. Sorry. And then move you to the other map. So you get to here, and you find Ronnie in a cage, in a cell, red alert standing over 2 dead guards. And Ronnie, would you like to say anything to your friends, and then we'll end the session?
I would imagine this has lasted like what, a whole minute. I've not even been in there.
Couple of minutes, mate. Just basically, a couple of minutes.
Just happy to have the time alone, really. So she was, yeah, it's just like, yeah, no, she's happy. She's probably gonna talk about the weird priest guy that she saw next time.
So I would say that with your last,
Almost fought. You just said you sure took your sweet time.
so you'll find the key for the cell on this security guard's body. So I would say that with your last, if this is okay with you, Max, with your last action of the session, that you open up the cage and you let Ronnie out, yeah?
Yep.
And we'll continue with rescuing all the NPCs, which I might put actually onto the map in our next session.
And we robbed the place too.
And we'll rob the place in the next session as well, yes. Alright, so you have...
The amount of gas we can get here.
You've technically completed the quest.
We finished the game, right? If we're robbing a fucking casino,
Well, no, not quite.
Out,
So
right?
you've technically... Once you get out of here, once you escape here, you will have completed this side quest. And Murray will come with you, and he's going to do his best to try and convince you to take him to his daughter. But we will talk about that in the next session. So let's wrap them up. Martin, sorry you had a wee bit of a quiet one, but that's what happens when you split the group, and that was your choice to do so. Thank you very much for playing, mate. It's a pleasure as always. And Chris, thank you very much for playing. I appreciate you, and thank you very much for streaming us to Twitch and putting us in front of another audience. Everyone on Chris's Twitch channel, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to check out my YouTube. And to Max, thank you. You were amazing as always. Red Alert's a really fun character. You're always fun to play with, mate. I will see you soon. And Skoon, thanks also for streaming us to your Twitch channel. Thanks for trusting me with your audience. I appreciate it. And to my viewers on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I am RxOliver. This is the gang. We'll see you in 2 weeks for another episode. Episode 11, Winter of Atom. Peace.